Like, I just went in, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this one, tried it on, and like, yeah, we get the size. Yeah, that's cool, all good.
No worries.
And Chris's ring's like 10 times the price.
What the fuck? Oh god.
Yeah. She's getting like a custom thing done
Yeah,
that
nice.
like it's like binds around the engagement ring that she's already got.
Ah, okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so because it's custom job, it's a bit more expensive, but it looks really nice. I
Yeah.
mean, we're gonna have it forever, so
Exactly right. 100%
yeah.
right. Hello, Miss Your Flame. How are you?
Flamingtons.
Yo.
Hey yo.
What's going on?
We chillin'.
Dude,
We chillin'.
I'm so ill prepared. I was like, yesterday the Euros were on, a bunch of the Euros games. I was like, oh, I'll stay up, and I was up till like 4 or 5 a.m. watching them.
Holy.
And then I like went to bed and I woke up at 9:30, and I was like, ah, fuck, we got the podcast today. I need to get shit together.
We're doing the new format, right?
Yeah, we're half and half now, new format, which is good. So I think that'll be fun.
So what we could do is, if you want, you could start with OPTC, and while you're doing that, I could drop some like topics in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chat.
No, I think I like the idea of going Treasure Cruise stuff first, and then just grinding out like whatever else there is we have to kind of do.
I'll write down a couple topics as well,
Yeah.
just in case if there's nothing there.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Put some questions in.
I've been sick since Tuesday, so if I sound a little crazy, that's why.
Oh,
damn, that sucks.
It's not good, bruv. Not good.
Yeah. Today's the first day that I feel like okay. So
Yeah, right.
I'll probably go back to work tomorrow. Short day, Saturday. So
Nice.
I got the week off basically.
Dude, I did the same thing. I took a whole week off as well because I was like, you know what? I need time off from work. I need some stress leave, man. It's like that. I need
to breathe.
I need to breathe a little bit, dude. Oh, it's been great. I got called once by my manager and I just didn't pick up. I was like, fuck you. I'm not answering this. I'm not answering this shit. Hell no. Oh my God. I was like, no, go away. You already made it obvious you don't need me, and now you need me. What's up? What's going on here?
It's funny when you're there like 24/7. They never bother you.
No, not
and then
at
the
all.
second you're not there, they call you.
Oh, what do we do with this situation? I'm like, just solve it. It's not hard. You don't need me to figure it out.
Just get good, bro.
Facts, though. It's just like
just ask anyone but me, please.
There's so many people that should be able to answer that question for you. There's people above me that should be answering that question for you, but here we are asking me. That makes sense. Oh, but a promotion though? The tough question. Don't ask. Like, okay, sorry, my bad.
God.
Oh my days. Hold on. Let's see here. Just double checking the members. No one's changed. I think we're good though. Another day in the life of the GGP lads. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 117. Of the Good Great Poke podcast. I think we're 117. I can't even. Oh my god, I'm all over the place today.
117.
117. Yep. All right, there we go. Cool. Today it's we are trying out the new format today, as voted by the community of our viewers and such. So going forward, we will be trying this format where every episode is basically a mixture of half Treasure Cruise and half any other topics that kind of pop up. So it kind of gives us the freedom to not just necessarily chat about Treasure Cruise the whole time, and also not chat about other stuff the whole time, and kind of, provides us a nice flexibility in how we approach our episodes and videos going forward. So I think it's going to be a bit of fun to kind of have a nice mixture of everything. And, right now there's not a lot of Treasure Cruise either. So I think it's a kind of a good moment to like not have a full episode dedicated to just talking about Legends, Nami and Robin for like 2 hours. So I think this
it's pretty stale.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think this provides us a really good platform to kind of go forward with things. But I'm here with my usual co-hosts of Flame and Todd. Knight is away, unfortunately, today. So we'll be holding down the grounds once again.
Sir.
As we've always started off with, Todd, how you doing? How's everything been going? What's been going on with life?
Things are going well. This Cleveland humidity is absolutely killing me, honestly, because Australian heat is not very humid. It's typically pretty dry heat.
Yeah.
And going from, living that my entire life to, now moving to Cleveland and having this extremely disgusting, muggy, humid heat,
Yep,
it has been
yep.
A bit of a change, that's for sure.
Yep.
So I've hated that. That's been great.
Great.
But yeah, still doing wedding preparations. It's the wedding's in
Nice.
September, so we did a lot of stuff actually between the last pod. We got
Yep.
like the suits organized,
Yep,
so we know
yep.
what we're wearing. We got measured up. We got suited up.
Yep.
That's all done. Yeah, we got the photography all organized, and then we just got to get basically the catering and the cake, which we're meeting with
nice.
next weekend. So
Yep.
that'll be all organized, and they're pretty much good to go. So
Awesome.
things are trucking along.
Yeah, for sure. For the suits, because I know Jacob and Dylan, they're your best men, I believe it is.
Yep.
How are they getting their suits done up here, or are they going to go over to the US to get those sorted out, or what's kind of what's the play for them?
So that was something that I was wondering myself how we were going to tackle, but there's actually a pretty good way around it. So this place that we went to get our suits organized, they on their website they've got like a dashboard where I can add the people from my wedding party into this dashboard thing.
Yeah, right.
And then we basically grab all the suit designs on the site and assign it to each person.
Right.
And then you go into store, we got measured up, so they put all that into the dashboard, and then that's basically it. And then in a certain amount of time, I think it's like a week before the wedding, the suits will come in, we can try them on, make sure they fit, and then if not, they can do quick changes and stuff like that. So basically just get measurements and from Dylan and Jacob, and then when they come over, they can just go ahead and try on the suit, pick it up, and it's pretty simple actually.
This high-tech website dashboard.
They just need the measurements. Yeah, that's it,
man.
Man.
Got data in the back end there. That's crazy. That's good. I mean, that's a really good way to kind of relieves the stress of either needing a suit designer or something like that to have all the information in their mind. It kind of says, all right, everything's available for those that need it. Do with the information what you will, which is kind of good.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, because Carissa being the way that she is, she's got to make sure everyone's wearing certain colors and certain designs. I mean, it is what it is. So absolutely. Yeah, making sure that was all good. And the people at the store were super helpful, because we originally had one idea in mind, and then he actually brought it out and we're like, oh, I don't think we like this that much. And then he gave us a couple of different ideas about, oh, you could try this, and he basically brought out different fabrics to show what it looks like. And they were super helpful, and it was really quick and easy actually. So absolutely. That was awesome. That was one part that I was really nervous about, because I wasn't too sure how that was going to go, but the people at the store were super helpful. So yeah, no issues there. Just we're still actually waiting on Dylan and Jacob to get those measurements. So hopefully they can get them in soon, because they need to get it done. They need to get it done within July. Otherwise, they got no suit. So
pull up in the singlet and thongs, mate. That's it, mate. True Australian wedding. There you go.
Board shorts and thongs.
Yeah, that's it,
or
mate.
the flip flops.
That's all we need, mate.
It's over.
Awesome.
Flamingtons.
How you going, dude?
Well, like I said before we started up, I've been sick basically since Tuesday. I had a weird cold hybrid fever.
Yep.
So basically I've been home for most of the week, but it's been one of those things where I haven't really been doing much, because a couple of the days I tried to do stuff, but I just felt my body felt too tired.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I kept having to lay down. So to be honest, I really only got to do some stuff today. I caught up on some anime that I was watching. And last week, which we'll probably talk about a little bit later, but I was playing Elden Ring most of last week.
Oh,
so
yep. We have to.
Hell yeah.
We'll break that down in a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I've been Gucci.
Nice, love that.
How about you, man?
Yeah, look, I've been doing all right. I think I definitely took I also took some time off work, because I was like, you know what, I need to relax. So my doctor was like, here you go, here's 10 days off. And then on Sunday I kind of dropped it on my team. I logged in on Sunday. I said, here you go, here's my time off. Don't talk to me, goodbye. It was so I've had some time off. I've had a massive to-do list of things that I've kind of written out that I want to complete, and I've just been ticking those off. Lots of walking, lots of just reflecting and that kind of stuff. So it's been a nice little break from things, that's for sure. So I think it's a lot more positive, to say the least, I would say, which is much needed at this moment in time, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, that's about it. Treasure Cruise. I don't know. What did we last talk about? I think we last rambled about co-op again, which is par for the course at this point. Did we have we talked about Usopp and stuff? Like, do we even want to really discuss them at this point, or do we just want to jump into like the main meat and potatoes of like Robin and Nami, and then 6+ Law? I mean, Chopper's also there too.
I think the last thing we talked about was Chopper, because I think we had that info last episode.
Right.
So yeah, Nami and Robin are the stuff that we haven't talked about.
Let's do a brief overview of Nami and Robin, which is the next set of legends in our 10th year Memories of the Straw Hat Sugo Fest celebration, which is everyone's favorite celebration in Treasure Cruise history.
Me.
You're fat, dude. So true. Like, it's actually been crazy. Like, we all kind of like predicted in a sense, like, oh, they're gonna do all the Straw Hats, and then they actually did all the Straw Hats, and I'm kind of stressing because I'm just like, damn, really? Like, that's all you guys got?
They really went there.
Like, I think they, in my opinion, like this celebration should, I don't know, like 10 legends though across 2 months is a lot. Like,
what are they doing?
And not even like in the sense of like a lot of legends. I mean, like, I think at this point we're very much used to like a legend a week now. I think it's the average has gone down for this year to 6.3 days per legend even. So like, like it's getting even more like common for legends to release. I don't think that's kind of the issue here, but it's more like the choice of the legends aren't that wow. And I don't know if like that was a strategic plan for them because something big's coming in August, or like what the go is there. But without further ado, what are your thoughts on these two jabronis?
I definitely think that they're pretty okay.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
They're better than some of the other Straw Hat ones that we've had so far. I think that they both have some pretty cool uses, but the inevitability that these characters are going to get replaced, but because I mean they're Nami and Robin, we always get Nami and Robin, so I don't know if they're going to have that much use, but they've got some unique abilities at least. I think they've both got useful effects. Like Nami can remove a bunch of special bind, and she does provide chain boundary, full board of tandem slots through block. But it's weird that she gives like a full board of tandem, but she's got final tap, and her final tap's like not that good either. I mean, it's fine. She's the very similar final tap to like the Uta and stuff, like with the chain buff. So it's not terrible. Like it's better than the base attack buff, because those are the worst ones.
Yes, absolutely.
And she removes paralysis as a captain too, which is kind of neat. Always love that with more utility. And I believe, if I remember correctly, she's like one of the first like Dex Cerebral units that actually does paralysis reduction, which is kind of key as a captain.
I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so more utility for different types of units is always nice, and
absolutely.
I mean, she's just fine. And then, I mean, I don't think either of them are that good in Rumble either, which is kind of a shame. It's always fun to get some interesting new Rumble characters to play around with. Because I mean, if they get replaced in normal content, like at least they've got Rumble to fall back on in some scenarios. But I just don't think they'll see use there either.
Nami's super unique in Rumble. Targets teammates within a large range for attack up 5, defense up 5. Targets 2 striker class teammates, not including self, with low current special CT for 50% chance of haste and 100% CT reduction. So you can do some really crazy things with that unit, so long as obviously the dominoes fall in place. Where like,
that's right.
I've seen a few videos from JP players who have had Whitebeard Roger, and then the Whitebeard Roger will pop, and then Nami will pop after them, and then they'll get the haste and the 100% CT, and then Roger will pop again. So you can have some really crazy shenanigans going on.
Yeah, that's kind of cracked.
But like, obviously you have to roll the dice for the 50% to like actually to bink in the first place. Which is, I mean, it's a coin flip regardless. But I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if that really shakes up the meta all too much in its own respect, but
it depends. I think it has there is potential, because it could potentially counter like Nami Karina in a way.
True.
Where if Nami Karina versus everyone special, like that Nami can kind of just get the special back, but it's or like use specials before like your characters get reversed, but it's a bit of a niche scenario. I think strikers just need a bit more support. Like there are pretty good striker teams out there, but just because the health cuts are so incredibly strong, But yeah, I don't know about all that. I mean, again, you got to waste a whole legend slot for that Nami, and strikers are already very legend heavy with like Tesoro and stuff like that. So finding space for her might be like the main issue, honestly, for a Rumble.
Plus, like
scenario.
35 CT, like while that's like longer than
That's
usual,
pretty high.
Like, obviously, like the reason why is because they like the idea is that she gets used after everyone kind of pops or whatever it is. But like in like the way that Treasure Cruise work sometimes, like it just doesn't necessarily always like work out as you would expect it to. So Nami might go first for some stupid reason, and then you kind of lose out on like you know a lot. Like you lose out on a lot of value, I suppose. So you have to really build a very nice team with this Nami to kind of like fulfill that capacity there. But I think using the Nami as a friend captain in PKA, I think she's been quite good to say the least. I think I really do enjoy her kit overall as a unit. But you are right. Like the sad reality is that because they're Straw Hats, they will be replaced. And I think like we were talking about it in the last episode where not a lot of the Straw Hats have many legends, like solo legends and such, which is true. But I think at the same time though, like characters such as Nami and Robin, who are quite plentiful in characters, we'll see more copies of units coming out. Like we want good legends of things like Frankies and Brooks and such, because
I was gonna say that's the one I'm most excited for is like the Frankies or the Brooks, because they just don't get a lot of legend representation at all.
But like things like Nami and Robin, they'll get summer units, they'll get like anniversary-esque units, like they'll get plenty of like love in other capacities as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't really have much else, to be honest with you. Like, I think that they're just...
I think Robin is interesting too, because she can inflict increased damage taken through immunity.
Yep.
So that's always kind of neat to have. And then like her utility and her captain is burn removal, which is not as useful as paralysis reduction. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing.
Does her burn removal captain ability remove that perfect burn as well?
It should. Yeah, I believe it does. Yeah,
because that super burn's annoying. So if that's the case,
it is.
That's quite positive. Yeah. But I mean, obviously these two units, they're made to like be used together as well. Like the kind of their specials really nicely coincide with each other, which is positive.
Another thing about Robin that actually pisses me off is her super tandem. Because her super tandem, you need 3 other units to use the effect, and it's only a 2x boost. Like, what? Are you kidding me, dude?
No, it's
like, that's so bad.
Much. It's actually too much. Like, I think that, especially in the modern day, 3 units for a... Like, if it was like level 1, 2, 3 was 3 units, then 4 and 5 was 2 units, like, okay. But
it's like that would be fine. It would be average, but like at best. But then now they just literally made it unusable.
No, I'm not going to use that, especially because like there are so many other good. I mean, Super Tandem Nami still is one of the better Super Tandem units. Plus, like Zoro and Sanji is still literally like arguably one of the best Super Tandems in the game as well. So I'm going to be, and they probably have a lot of units, if not all the units, overlap for the most part too.
Even Roger's Super Tandem.
Roger's Super Tandem is so good. Like. I went full sweat mode and I ended up getting him to level 5 Super Tandem on the anniversary.
Holy!
I know. And then like I watched Stump's Super Tandem like tier list video. I skipped to the end because that's who I am. And then I saw like he put Roger at 1. I was like, hell yeah. Then I closed out the video because fuck Stump. You know what I mean?
Level 1 at number 1 spot. I don't know if I'd agree with that, but I mean, it's a good super tandem. I think it's crack
super tandem, because you are right though. I think like the thing with super tandems is like the amount of units needed for the super tandem is like one of the most, if not the most important factor of the tandem itself. Like, you know, because it can really change.
I mean, if you only need one other unit, it adds so much damage.
Like the fact that you can, with Roger super tandem, you can pop Ace, Rush into super tandem immediately, and then go into like a final tap at the very end. You have this really nice like leads into each other, which, you know, gets a lot of damage, but doesn't matter. You're capped at 1 trillion damage anyway. What do you think of that? I mean, like, I don't think there's much else that I really want to comment on, I suppose, on these units. I don't know if Flame, if you have anything on your end, I suppose, if you've seen anything about these units, then By all means.
Short and sweet. Nice artworks.
That facts, dude. Facts.
Nice
facts.
artworks.
I'll give you that. The artwork is lovely.
I like that they're actually like pretty unique outfits for
yes,
the units.
Yes,
like they're not
true.
normal like Fishman Island or they're not like themed around an arc. Like they're just I don't know where these outfits are from, but I think they're really cool. You know, something different.
I have seen them, but I have seen the Robin one. I don't know. I think it probably was in the anime at some point. I mean, obviously.
Didn't they have like pretty cool special animations as well?
It's like the special animations just like I mean all of them have actually been quite nice because it's all like these
flashback stuff.
Flashback previous moments of things which has been kind of cool.
And I guess that is another key thing about this whole celebration as well, is they're bringing like representation to units that don't get much representation.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, the rare recruits are kind of interesting.
Arlong got a rare. I mean, Arlong got a pick A unit. Like, but Olvio and Bellamy is dope. I'm super happy for them getting.
Yeah, and then you got what's his face? Dr. Hiruluk and Dr. Kureha, and then with Usopp you had like the kids and Kaya. Like those units just have not had units literally since the start of the game. So
I mean, especially especially the Onion carried and whatever, and like they haven't had a unit, and Kaya haven't had a unit since literally like the 3-star units themselves. So like that's hella dope that they're getting rare recruits. So I'm happy for this. Like I think the celebration. I think like we'll probably talk about it again next episode because the next lot of units will come out. But like I think the celebration is fine as a whole. I just think that I just wish that they were a bit more creative. I suppose is the thing. Yeah.
I was gonna say the outfits are actually from like post Wano.
That's
like,
it.
Before the
That's
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that's what it is.
Interesting.
I will also say though. Colosseum Saga got a level limit break out of nowhere.
That was wild.
The bigger news is that he got added to the Recollection Archive.
Yep.
Which is like the first update to the Recollection Archive in like I think it's been like a year and a half or like 2 years at this point.
That was wild. It is also just kind of weird because like the Saga stuff should have come out with Zora month before.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's just like they're delayed it a month for some reason. I don't understand why.
No reason. Like I mean, it's cool. Like they're giving putting on a level limit break. Flame, there you go, bud.
The free to play Halloween.
The free to play Halloween one. She's still trash.
Time to come back.
Okay, he's gonna max out. He's gonna max out that. But even like I don't know. Like it's kind of weird. It's such a weird assortment of characters. Like. Limit break expansions to like Saga, Milky, and then I mean Kandra limit break expansion is great for Rumble, I suppose too. But I don't know, it's such a weird assortment of things. And also, we're getting a rare recruit Saul. No, not rare recruit, sorry, a Pirate Rumble rare recruit Saul, I think today. So that'll be.
He seems pretty interesting.
He seems pretty interesting too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he fits though. Like.
Because he gives buffs to Cerebral and Psi units.
Yes.
Which is
I don't know how many Cerebral Psi units there are in that Cerebral.
Well, team. Is it like units that have to be both Psi and Cerebral, or is it like
so passive is increases HP, defense, and speed of Cerebral and Psi units. Characters by level 5. When taking damage, increases the attack of Psi and Cerebral by 2 up to 4 times. So you can get pretty much a plus 13 attack, plus 8 attack boost alongside everything else there for Cerebral and Psi, which is kind of good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Special is increases own attack by level 7 for 20 seconds, increases own defense by level 3 for 20 seconds, becomes provoked, enters counter stance with 2.5x attack for 20 seconds, and when HP is 60% or lower, deals 1.2x attack in damage to all enemies ignoring defense. I mean, it's quite good.
It's not like a big amount of damage, but it's fine.
Like having the whole provoke counter stance is always a good kind of combination.
Yeah,
especially because he ups his own attack and then he also ups his own defense, and then it kind of works with his passive. So when he takes damage, he also increases the attack for the team as well. So like it's actually a really synergistic unit. But I suppose like you have to kind of figure out where does he fit into either the Psi team or does he fit into the Cerebral team. I guess that's the hard part with Rumble, I think, these days, is that a lot of units coming out that are quite, like, they do all right in Rumble. Like, their kits are quite well-suited. But it's about I think you mentioned earlier, like, the striker team is already legend heavy. So like you have to sacrifice a legend to put another legend to kind of fulfill that need. And it's like that team already works very synergistically in itself. So, you know, what are you taking out to put in? And, you know, so this is becoming the puzzle game. It's building these rumble teams to kind of fulfill your needs, I suppose, there. But there's not much else in terms of new units or anything of the sort. But
no, we get our Cult Quest next week, so we'll see how that goes.
The letter. Do we talk about the letter? No, we didn't talk about the letter. Let's talk about the OPTC letter. I have a few comments on this thing.
What was new in the letter? I
nothing.
Don't remember.
That's the problem.
Oh, right, okay.
That's the problem. There was nothing new in the letter, but they did talk about Nami and Robin's release, which is cool. I want to be the pessimistic papi as usual and chat about this midsummer login bonus for a second here, because I think this is one of the most horrible login bonuses that we've had in. I know you got a new unit. I remember that. That's great for you.
Yeah, but I must admit, I think this is a better login bonus than the Straw Hat one.
You are correct. I will give you that. But what annoys me is that no gems, and I know that that's me being like me becoming the subreddit. Like, where are my gems at? But like, this is 30 days of login. Is this ticket bonus? Which I mean, like, that's generally speaking that's like 60 gems that you lose out on over those 30 days just for some tickets that for most people aren't going to be new units or beneficial at all. Plus the choice of legends is Vivi, who is like 3 years old, and then Robin, who I think is also 3 or 4 years old at this point too. So not Robin, Boa. So like they're kind of whatever. And then they're also there's no guaranteed red tickets anyway. In at least with the Straw Hat one, there was 2 guaranteed red tickets. So if this is just for this summer celebration, then that's cool and all. But I just hope that this isn't what we should be expecting going forward for login bonuses, because not getting those additional gems means a lot for a lot of players.
Yeah, and that's a fair point.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think it was a good idea to do it like that, especially like for 30 days, like 30, the part 1 and part of the login bonus. Like, if they gave 1 gem with the tickets, that'd be dope. I'm super down for that. But just the tickets themselves, kind of cringe. But they also must have like a new developer or whatever it is, or someone that does like database analysis or whatever, because the fact that they're able to create these like unique tickets now when they just haven't ever done that in the past is kind of cool as well. Like being able to just have these tickets be assigned to a certain subset of units.
I guess technically we've had like Rumble only tickets and support only tickets in the past. Yeah,
but these are more like unique and bespoke. Like the Straw Hat one, this one for example, was just like they picked like 30 characters and put them on the ticket, which I think is what they should be doing going forward anyway with tickets. And stuff,
I mean,
you know?
if they do want to continue with the tickets, as long as they restrict the pool to actually like a pool of characters that people want and it's not actually like, don't make it like too many units in the pool. Like actually restrict it in some way. Like if you want to make it like, you know, you can only pull like Dressrosa characters and there's like a new Dressrosa badge, or like you can only pull you know, Wano only, but then I guess you have to restrict that pool quite heavily because we have a shitload of Wano units.
Because
so we'll see.
Because that Usopp and Brook, they're Kizuna rare recruits, right? I think they are.
That is correct. The Summer Usopp and Brook,
The Bello Betty and the Koala are rare recruits. But the Tashigi, Makino, and Hina, they're TM rare recruits, And then there's the limited rare recruit Pudding, and then the rest of them are limited rare recruits, like the Rebecca, the Shirahoshi, the Koala, and the Boa. Like, that's dope. I'm super down for tickets going forward to include units from other game modes as well. Like, we need...
Yeah, exactly.
That's if they want to do this going forward, I agree with you 100%. But, like, I think how many legends is it here? So there has, like, you can pull a total of, what, 5, 10, 15, 20... 23 plus 1, 24 plus 5, 29. It's like 29 or 30 units are available, give or take. And that includes the 4-star and the 5-star, or the 5-star and 6-star of some things, which is awesome. Super down for that for sure. But like, I wish that it was like you get a ticket and then you get that 1 extra gem per day. Because at least like there's this perpetual, like, you're still increasing your gem count and such too, which part of it. But like, the letter didn't say anything else. I think they talked about feedback, which is positive. They talked about it, but it's now a matter of actioning that feedback, I suppose, which is the big part there, to say the least. But I guess you are right though. Co-op coming out in a couple of days. I think it's the 10th. I think it is. So start of next week potentially. I think co-op. No, the 9th of July, PST. So that's when co-op will start. This will be the first time we see co-op without the boosted ship, and potentially new content in terms of like gimmicks. We don't know if that's the case yet though, so we'll have to wait and see. But the big thing I want to chat about is the PKA update. Let's have a talk about that. That's all the last thing I want to talk about today.
What are they doing?
Dude, when I traveled forward in time in my little, spaceship, and I saw the Chopper Man missions that were, hey, get some Hime turtles, I was like, oh god, please don't be time gated. What were they? Time gated. Why?
Pretty restrictively time gated too.
Jesus Christ, they're so restrictively time gated. Like, I don't get who came up with this idea, because obviously, if you want to put it from a business perspective, they're doing this because it makes the end of month batch more appealing, because having more dupes means you can get more copies of Himeis, etc., etc., etc. But what this does for PKA is that you have to now, if you want to maximize your time, you have to essentially rush to level 150, or PKA level 150, I should say, and just pray. That's it. Like, I don't know how many Himeis are you up to at the moment?
I only just reached 150 today, so I haven't dropped many. I think I've dropped about 3 or 4. So even whilst getting to 150.
See, that's super lucky, like, which is ridiculous.
I think I dropped it like once, and then I dropped it a few times, so I got pretty lucky.
I've had 9 runs post 150. I've got 5 Himeis. Like,
oh my god.
And there are people that have got 0 still as well, which is just like,
that's so bad.
I had a run where I got a bit unlucky. I got 1 Hime, but then I duped 6 Daimyo turtles, which is like, okay, whatever. What are you gonna do, right? But like, the fact that Himeis don't drop at all, and very rarely drop at all in the first place. Also, getting the mini bosses to higher levels is actually impossible in the time frame, because you can't get the mini bosses to level 150 anyway, because you can't do it in 10 days, because Zoro doesn't affect them at all. And like, the whole idea of we're gonna, like, in my head, it's like, what they decided to do was they wanted people to continue playing PKA after PKA. Fantastic. So they made Himeis more available post 150. That's still, we're waiting to see if that's the case still, technically speaking. But, okay, that's awesome. Great. That's a great update. Stop it there. But then the fact that not only have they time-gated the Hime turtles, they've also actually gated rewards behind the Hime turtles too. So the 20 gems you get from the Himeis at collecting 25 of them, that's actually from the original 50 gems of PKA, like, originally.
That's so dog shit.
Exactly. Like, if it was 20 additional gems, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So be. If you don't get it, you don't get it. It sucks, you move on. But two Super Cola, which I don't think Super Cola is as valuable anymore now that all the ships have been up, like, they've all been level 12'd. Like, they've all received their level 12, so we're not kind of like waiting. It's kind of like, okay, now you have the freedom to kind of upgrade the ships as you go, or as you need.
Yeah, like, we have an abundance of Super Cola now, because, like, you just upgrade the really good ones, and you get to a point where you just have excess now, which is good. Yeah,
I think last night I was just upgrading the Mary now, because I was like, okay, time to start doing, some other ships too. But, and then the other rewards just being like Hime turtles. It's like, I mean, it's a lot of Himeis, mind you. It's like, I think it's like 100 Himeis, which is like really good for XP. I think that's like 50 million XP or something like that. I don't know. Along those lines, might be more than 100. I'm not 100% sure. But gating it not only behind time, but also gating like rewards behind it too is a bit of a dog move. I think this would be fine. This like change in this change in CMMs would be perfectly fine if it wasn't time gated. Like, if it was just like, these are additional missions to go complete, and we're going to gate the 20 gems behind the Himeis, fantastic. It actually gives people a reason to keep playing a little bit longer of PK, as opposed to what usually occurs where, like, right now, in previous months, I'd be done PK, like, yesterday. Because I would have got to 150, I would have finished all my CMMs, no worries. But now, we're kind of forced to keep playing, because we just have to get lucky to get enough Himeis to kind of get all the rewards. I think it's a really bad decision. Really poor decision done by Bandai here. Very poor.
I don't really get it. Like, just the missions just should be, like, for the entire month.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, like, if they just did that, and, like, I don't think many people would be complaining. Like, make them last the entire month, and, like, still have that increased drop rate, quote unquote. We'll see how good that is.
Yeah.
And then they'd be fine, honestly.
I think the increased drop rate's a great little feature, because the Himeis is the best source of XP we have in the game.
Yeah.
So at least, like, for those that want to play their 3 or 5 runs of PKA per day, absolutely. Like, it gives them the incentive to go and farm more Himeis to go level up their characters, which I think we need, I don't know, upwards of hundreds of trillions of XP if you want to level up your entire box at the end of the day. So, like, it's good. It's like, I brought back the old catchphrase of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or what, you know, where it was like, that's kind of exactly what they did here, where they took, they took this really good kind of concept and they did a really shitty job of it. I don't know, like, it's just a really weird, it's a really, really weird decision to make in the long run. But yeah, that's my kind of 2 cents on that there for sure.
It's kind of interesting as well, because I kind of compare that to what they did with the TM update last month, where like the boosters gave you like additional drops. So they're just adding value to these units, kind of like baiting you to do pulls so that you have a more like a more beneficial experience in these game modes.
No, for sure. And then, like, look, at the end of the day, I think that, like, that even like that TM update is fine. Like, it's great and all. It's just like, I still think that there's this overarching problem of you're not really rewarding players that can't pull, which I know they don't need to. Like, you know, I get that part, but it's also like, come on, like, you think about it for a second and, you know, kind of process that real quick. Like, not everyone is able to, like, pull on these banners and such. So
I literally did not even touch this Nami Robin banner, which is crazy because I think I've pulled on like every banner at least in some way.
You've
like
done like 3
discount or whatever.
You've done a multi on every banner probably since like the conception of this game at this point in time.
I mean, not that crazy, but I'm not Rizzy, so. But yeah, like this one, like I just don't need anything. I'm good. I'll get Nami and Robin in the future. I'm good.
Exactly
I'm
right.
content.
You know, exactly right.
Like I feel like some people have that ideology where they're like, oh my god, I need to have every single legend. But if you just concede the fact that you're not gonna have everything, it's not the end of the world if you don't have everything.
Absolutely.
Just take a chill pill. You don't need to pull on every single banner.
Absolutely right, dude. Like it is that problem. Like it is this. I think like. That's like you're getting into a way deeper conversation of like that's kind of the stigma of the Treasure Cruise community. Is like this dick measuring contest of I have more units than you do, or I did it in less multis than you did. So it actually just fosters this gambling mentality anyway, which is really bad.
The only time that I feel like, oh my god, like I need a pull. Actually, there's like two. There's two different points where I'm like, oh my god, I really wish I could pull. Is number one when like TM comes out. I feel like if I get one of the units, that helps so much.
Absolutely,
because it fulfills role on the team and it gives you more points. It just makes TM a bit more of an enjoyable experience.
I agree.
That and when I see people in like Super Boss Kizuna do super high damage, I'm like, oh man, I'm like one copy away from being able to achieve that team, or I'm so close to being able to like hit these high damage numbers, and it feels good hitting those big damage numbers that you kind of want to do that. Sure. Yeah,
like hitting 1 trillion damage last Kizuna was like hype. Like obviously, like it's not as cool anymore because we're kind of gated on damage now, but like we were hitting like upwards of 1 trillion. Like if you were to remove the damage, like the cap, like we were hitting like 2-3 trillion at times as well, which is like
that's wild,
which is crazy stuff there too. But I think the arguably I think the TM Sugo Fest is still a really good banner to pull on, purely because part 1 seems to have, I mean, it has a lot of legends on it, but it has all of the TM legends on it, like on the part 1. So I don't see a problem in doing a couple. Like I think like going forward, unless like it's just like, unless there's no, like if there's no legend available on the TM banner, I probably won't do as many pulls. But like doing 4 multis on part 1, I think is always a good, is not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Sorry, it's not a bad thing to do, because you're guaranteed a booster, and you're also potentially guaranteed a chance at a TM legend that you may not have had in the past. Which I think
and the TM legends are all pretty decent, honestly. Absolutely. Like, there's a couple of stinkers in there, but like more often than not, the TM legends are actually really good.
Like the Usopp Part 1 rate boosted TM legends were himself, Luffy, and Nami Kurina. Like Luffy's crazy. Actually, the onsen Luffy's actually quite a decent legend, and then obviously Nami Kurina, they're demons. Menaces to society at the bare minimum. Plus they do drops, so like, you know, it's obviously a positive there too. But I think there was one more thing that I wanted to chat about with Treasure Cruise, but where is it here? It's not really, I don't think it deserves its own little segment in the show, but they have blocked us from doing database downloads.
That is interesting.
Which is a crazy thing. Like I don't know if it was to spite like Brandon and Goldie and Solaris, but I think, what was it? Goldie replied to a tweet of mine, and he said, just checked, and yeah, it's dead URL. It's dead. Every URL has changed and has a specific hash on it, so it's not possible to get anything without like the in-game data download and all the information there too.
That is so fascinating. Why would they do that for Treasure Cruise and like not another one of their popular IP that gets data downloaded supposedly, more than
I saw that they were talking about, like, supposedly they did something similar with I don't know if it was Dokkan or Legends. They like changed something in those databases as well, and they must have just replicated it forward. Because I also found out the other day, through the subreddit as well, that Legends and Treasure Cruise run on the same servers. So when Legends goes down, Treasure Cruise will go down with it, which is what happened the other day. Legends went down. They had a tweet out that said, "Hey, Legends is slow to log in," and you know, Treasure Cruise got error 500, so you couldn't even log in the first place.
That is interesting. I never knew that.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and say that that's the truth or not. I'll need to see it with my own eyes, but that's what I read, and kind of makes sense as well. Like makes sense because for Bandai to save money on instead of having bespoke servers, you know, they just put everything on the same servers, I suppose. But interesting. You know, very interesting. I think it kind of sucks that we don't get the information early, but we just go back to the old days where we get the unit icons and everyone kind of like gets excited, you know, and starts speculating, what is this unit for? What do they do? I think the only downside is that we don't get gimmicks as early as we normally would, like for things like PK and for TM and Kazuna and stuff. But I mean, Bandai have been not bad with being prompt with kind of having the Kazuna stuff out there a little earlier and such too. So I think it was a good run. I think we got a lot of good information as we did, but yeah, we're just going back to the old days where we'd get the unit icon and speculate, and then eventually get some news. I still
remember the first time where Treasure Cruise, like, people were able to data mine the icons for new units. The first batch I remember that happening for was like V1 Blackbeard's batch, and like, someone posted a photo of the like the character log, and it was like the icons where they normally question marks, and they were changed into the actual units. And everyone's like, "Well, what the hell? Surely that's fake. That can't be real.
That can't be real. We're not getting a Blackbeard unit. What the hell?"
It ended up being legit. It was crazy, yeah. And then kind of snowballed from there, really.
Yeah, we were getting crazy amounts of information. So I guess I don't know if there's anything else we want to chat about Treasure Cruise. So I guess I'll use this little end piece to, you know, say thank you to Brandon and Goldie and Solaris. I mean, I think Solaris is still working on the database anyway, so he's going to be around forever. But yeah,
I have 2 comments on that. One, I'd be shocked if that lasts. I'm sure someone will figure something out.
Oh, I think Goldie and Brandon were working on trying to figure out the hash, like the hash mapping or whatever it is, like how to
hack in the system.
Yeah, basically decoding the encryption is what they're trying to do, which is very funny because if they figure that out, then it's like we're just back in, like straight away, like
Yeah, I'd be shocked like in like 5 months if we're still talking about like how there's no leaks.
Yeah, no, for sure, I 100% agree with you. Yeah,
but on a side note, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
Like I always think it's great if everybody can find out the information at the same time.
Absolutely, no, I 100% agree with you. I think,
or at least announced in the news.
I think the only like bad thing is that like we would get a lot of like bespoke or unique information early. Like you'd find out things about like the Ray shop, or the better part was actually finding out the Rumble, like who's in the next 6+ in terms of the titles and stuff. So we're not gonna be able to find that out early anymore. But again, you are 100% right. I think that like there's no negative. It just kind of sucks, but it's like whatever. Like we're just going back to the old day.
Yeah, it depends, I guess, like on the type of person you are. I guess like, content creator side, like that kind of sucks. You can't drop videos. Hardcore.
Oh, you still can. You just got to make speculation videos instead.
Yo, double videos now. We're back. There we go.
Let's go.
This is Robin's the next 6+. Here's why.
have a video prepped for every legend that doesn't have a 6+, all unlisted, just ready to go.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I just want to thank Solaris, Goldie, and especially Brandon for how much they've supported the community in terms of gathering information and such. So, your work has not gone unnoticed. We appreciate you guys a lot. One other random thing that I've just not found out, but I just remembered was there was like this random ass like little like tidbit that was like, from the Kizuna Clash event in July, the trade limit and required Kizuna insignia for the following items will change. So they're changing the cost of the Proof of Friendship Medal Ultimate Bond, and they're also changing the cost of all the Rumble Scroll glories. And they're also removing the training drink L from the Kizuna shop. I don't know why. I think it's very petty to do all that, but
it's kind of just like, kind of weird.
My tinfoil hat theory is that we're going to get a content update for potentially Rumble. That would be my guess, because if they're increasing the
Rumble
cost,
needs an update too.
Yeah, it does. If they're increasing the cost of scrolls, then I could see them somehow changing it to some degree to like make it. Are they going to do some bullshit where it's like, you can limit break your Rumble abilities and you require 100 glory scrolls, or some bullshit like that. So that's my case. That's my tinfoil hat theory. But that's it for Trader Cruise content, I suppose. Now onto the meat and taters. Flame, do you want to chat us through your Shadow of the Erdtree DLC breakdown?
Ooh.
Let's have a chat about that. I wish Knight was here. I think when Knight comes back as well, we'll have another chat about it with him too. But yeah. How's it been going? Talk to me about it.
Well, if I remember correctly, the last time we recorded, I think it was like
the release
day of.
It was like, no, I think it was the Australian.
Todd had it. Todd had it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Todd had it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm pretty much done with it. Like I did everything that I wanted to do.
Yep.
So I guess go on what Todd was saying. So they added a new system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the exact name, but they have these items basically that you collect throughout your journey.
The scattered tree.
The scattered tree blessings. Basically, TLDR, what they are. They just those are like a new item that they implemented to basically nerf people that are on like New Game Plus 7, so you just don't come in and like destroy the DLC.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So I'm like 50-50 on that. Like I like it because it doesn't make it like a a shit stomp. But on the other side of it, like I kind of don't like it because they're not like easily accessible. Like there are some that are like you just find them like you're blind if you don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them like you have to like really like really look for them. Yeah, like you have a YouTube video up. Like there's no way you don't.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm missing 2 at the moment. There's 2 I can't find. I've literally looked through guides and shit. I can't remember which ones I have and haven't gotten. I'm missing 2 of them, and I'm done. I don't know where to get it.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit annoying because like they had actually recently dropped an upgrade, or not an upgrade, an update that so basically you can get up to level plus 20 with the blessings. Some of the upgrades require like 2 of the fragments, and then like later on it requires like 3. But basically it was kind of like imbalanced in a way, so they made it so the first 10 that you get, levels 1 through 10, have like a more significant impact than 11 through 20. So it's kind of like you're higher level basically post update. But anyway, what I was trying to say is like post update, at least, I mean pre update, if you didn't like have them, it was like a big deal. Like you were getting like
oh yeah, you were getting your shit stomped. Yeah.
Like you don't know how triggered I was. I was fighting the first boss. I was on New Game Plus 3. I got my buddies coming in, fresh playthrough, popping mimics, popping summons. I'm over here fighting a boss for like 5 hours straight. They're like, "Yo, it's not easy." I'm like, "Bro, this shit is not easy."
No, it's not. No, it's
like
not.
But that aside, the DLC is like, it's massive. Like it's actually crazy.
I have watched like a video of someone versing all the bosses, and I'm like, that's a whole game. Like it's dead ass like a whole nother game. Like it's crazy.
They basically dropped like a new game.
Elden Ring 2.
Elden Ring 2, the prequel, basically.
The prequel, yeah.
It's so good.
So obviously, little spoiler warning.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, spoiler warning for Elden Ring right now. Look at the timestamps for when Elden Ring ends, I suppose. So
yeah, we'll be name dropping some stuff.
Go for it. Yeah.
So yeah, basically, like when they announced it, they said that it was going to be like a similar size to the Limgrave area, which pretty much is. I would probably say it's a little bigger, to be honest.
It's definitely bigger.
It's definitely bigger, like Todd said. It's like Limgrave and like Caelid, like combined.
Yeah, probably.
But
it's like multiple levels. There's some areas that are like really big. You're like, oh yeah, that seems like a pretty big place. But then there's like 3 different levels stacked on top of each other, and it's like, oh shit. So it's actually it's like they make it a lot larger than it seems.
Yeah,
it's wild.
So Todd, have you beat it, or have you like?
I am literally stuck on the last boss.
Okay.
I've beaten all the other remembrance bosses. I have 2 scattered tree fragments that I'm missing. I don't know where they are, but I've basically done everything.
Okay, so like other than like the side bosses, I guess the first like main boss you run into, I don't remember his name, but it's the lion dude, the big lion,
the dancing
lion. That dude was smoking me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it took me like,
oh yeah, he was kicking my ass. Yeah,
it took me like 4 or 5 hours to beat him. It was pretty crazy.
I'm on New Game Plus 1, and that was already like a lot. Honestly, I was struggling against a lot of these bosses. Honestly, there were some that I was like, oh, okay, this is like not really that bad, but I think a majority of them were actually pretty tough. The dancing lion that Flame was talking about, like it's so interesting because, I mean, I guess it goes with a lot of the bosses. They have like really unique movesets that are like not enemies that we really encountered in the first game.
Yeah.
And the fact that the boss, he changed elements halfway through the fight. So first off, you fight like an earth version, and then halfway through he goes, oh, by the way, here's my lightning version, and then by the way, here's my ice version. The ice version sucks because it can frostbite you, which like really hinders your movability and stuff, which sucks.
Yeah.
Like he's got just like really annoying like timings. Like some of these bosses have like really weird like delayed attacks where they're about to do an attack and then they delay their movement and then they hit you, and it's like, well shit, I don't know if he's gonna delay or if he's hitting me as soon as he does the stance. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, like Todd was saying, a lot of the bosses in the DLC, they have like weird mechanics. A lot of them have the delay, like he was saying. A lot of them have these very overpowered grab moves.
True.
They just straight up just one shot you. the dancing lion, like he was saying, I had the most trouble with the blizzard / ice phase. I thought that was the most annoying.
I agree.
The lightning phase, it's a little annoying, but like it's easy to understand. And the wind phase I found the easiest because
Agreed.
that one had the least like AoE effects. Oh, and that's another thing. A lot of the bosses just like have like a million AoE effects just going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I found them to be a lot more aggressive in the
yes,
DLC compared to the other bosses. Yeah.
I was surprised though that none of the DLC bosses have like a traditional second phase, like a full second HP bar. I was
Right.
very surprised by that.
Mm.
So
I'm
that
glad
because
that the final boss doesn't have that. Holy shit. I mean, his
yeah,
health bars are
yeah,
already so big that it basically is 2 health bars.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Because like even like in the original game, I know Melania does. I know the last boss basically does.
I guess
I
technically
don't.
the flower boss was had like he like came up 3 times.
Yeah, I guess.
The
Yeah, I
sunflower
guess.
guy.
Yeah, I guess you can count that. Yeah,
He was a pretty easy boss though.
yeah, he wasn't too crazy.
What what would you say has been your favorite boss or coolest one that you versed
Oh,
in
I
the
know mine for
DLC?
sure.
Um, well, my favorite boss was probably Mesmer.
Mm.
Okay.
That was my favorite boss fight. This one is like Elden Ring and the Souls games are like it's like one of those series where like everybody has like a different take on like the
Yeah,
bosses
for
and stuff,
sure.
which is cool.
Oh, I love
For
the
me,
discourse online. It's been so funny watching people cry about how hard the game is and complain
the
about it.
hard the hardest boss for me was it's the second remembrance boss. I think it's Rolana.
Oh, they had the two.
She
Really? You found that one to be
she
the hard one?
I'm not gonna lie, I was fighting her from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. straight. Like
Wow.
it was like a war. Like that shit was
Man clocked in.
insane.
Man clocked in for work. That's crazy.
It was literally a work shift. Like
Yeah.
it was
So
crazy.
I found Rolana to be very frustrating initially, and I was like trying different things out. I'm like, man, I just can't figure this bitch out. And then I started like rolling towards and into her attacks, and I found that to be way more effective rather than trying to like run away. Because a lot of the time you get scared, like, holy shit, no, I need to run away, otherwise I'll get hit. But if you actually run through her or run past into her attacks, you end up like behind her,
Right.
and it's a lot easier to dodge her hits. And the thing about Rolana is that she's super aggressive and she doesn't give you a lot of time to hit her back. And a lot of the times when she's
Yeah.
not attacking, she like runs away, so she's super far away, so you can't hit her. So unless if you're running like a magic build, it's actually really hard to do damage onto Rolana. So I get the frustration for sure because she's super aggressive and her attacks are pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like it got to the point where like I fully understood her whole kit. It's just like
Mm.
she would just hit me with some bullshit sometimes, and I was just like,
Oh,
Nice.
sometimes you get like stun locked and you can't even move and she just like kills you.
yeah, and, like for some reason, that was like my toughest battle. Like literally, even including the last boss, I beat all of the other bosses in less time than it took me to fight Rolana. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Interesting.
Another thing that I also noticed is a lot of the for me at least, I had to change my build up a lot for different fights,
Facts.
which is something I really didn't do in the original game. Like I did it for different playthroughs, but I found that my build was sufficient for like most of the fights.
Yeah.
In this DLC, like there were sometimes I was going Dex, there were sometimes I was going full strength. There were sometimes I was straight up just parrying, like I was doing some weird shit. Um, like it was like
But
I had
it
to
is kind of
just
cool
like,
too because like trying out all the new weapons was kind of fun too. So
Mm.
trying to
oh
figure out
yeah,
like, oh, are any of these new weapons actually good? And some of the new weapons are very good. So
yeah, and
it's
some
kind of
of the new
fun.
weapons are also very broken.
True, and I mean
Too,
some of the
which
talismans are super strong too.
yes,
So
yeah,
like
there's a
changing talismans for build and like even changing equipment. Like sometimes just changing the equipment to get certain status effects or certain stats, and damage reduction was a big one because like in the base game I didn't like do the quest to get the fucking crabs, the boiled crabs or whatever, and it's like a really good defensive item. So I did like a whole. I went back to the main game, completed a side quest to get the boiled crab item. Just bought like a shitload of them, and when you consume it, it gives you like 30% defensive buffs on all defenses for like a certain amount of time. So like I know like, going into boss fights, I'd like pop one of those crabs just to give me extra damage reduction because some of those bosses just hit so hard. But for me, the boss that I fucking despised. I mean, the main boss, I still haven't beat him yet. I still got to beat him yet.
Yeah.
But dude, the one boss that made me literally rage quit multiple days in a row, and I'm like, I'm not even playing this today.
No.
Fucking Commander Gaius, dude. That dude's a prick.
No, that boss is insane. Like I didn't know anything about it. I saw it like after. Yo, you literally enter the arena. It's like it's timing. Like he's just on your ass.
Yes. So as soon as you enter the arena, he's riding a giant boar and he rushes you. And his hitbox is fucking massive. And if you don't get like a perfect pixel frame roll, you're getting hit straight away.
Straight away. Oh no.
There is something about him, and there's a few other bosses, the dancing lion included. They just like wall fuck you. Like they throw you into the wall, and you can't see what the fuck's going on. It's over.
It's so trash, dude. I hate that guy with a passion. But at least when you beat him, you get a very good reward for doing it because he's like blocking off an area. You follow that path, you get to the top of it, and there's like a shrine, and you get 5 of those scatter tree blessings, which is like finding 5 in one go is pretty crazy.
That shit is super random. Like it was crazy. Like what? That's a very good reward, but I was like kind of freaked out when I saw that.
Yeah, but man, Gaius was such a prick.
Also, I don't know if you know this, or if anyone in the chat that's listening knows this, but if you go to that area, like I believe it's where the grace is, like right before you go in to fight the boss. In the room to the right, there's a statue. And if I believe it's the gesture, oh mother, if you get that gesture and do it in front of the statue, a doorway opens up and you can go out to the backside and explore a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little little.
You need to do that to unlock the finger boss.
Hey yo.
Yes.
Yep.
A yo indeed.
Finger.
So what would you go?
But the other boss that I absolutely loved the boss was Bale the dragon.
Oh my god, that boss was crazy.
That boss was so sick. Great arena. The lead up to the fight where you have to he's on top of this huge ass fucking mountain, and as you climb up this mountain, like the storms, the lightning is hitting, and there's all these like mini dragons that you like will face along the way. And then there's like an NPC that says, "Oh, you know, this fucking dragon, he's such a prick. I gotta kill him." And then like he's got like his whole side quest, and like you meet this guy, like this other dude who's like crying on the side of the road way early in the DLC, and he's like, "Oh, I'm injured from battle. Oh, Bale, I'll get you back." And it's like, who the fuck is Bale? And then later on in the game, there's this huge ass dragon called Bale.
Fuck.
Yeah. And it's this huge ass, like, undead looking dragon that shoots fire and thunderbolts. He's flying in the sky. Dude, it's such a sick battle.
That's dope.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, that's basically, I don't know if you noticed this, Todd, but I saw it on, I think it was on TikTok. So on Bale's body, do you remember the boss from the original game? It's the dragon. I think his name is like
Plasudasax or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Plasudasax, yeah.
One of the ripped off heads is on Bale's body.
Damn.
Oh, that's badass.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so he basically bodied him.
Wow.
So that's like a whole lore thing. So that was crazy when I saw that.
Nice.
But we have to talk about the big boy.
Yeah, check out
I guess, but before that, I will say that Mesmer was also like, that was such a cool fight. I was frustrated at the start, but as you learn the moveset, like it's such a sick fight, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love Mesmer's arena. I think he has a great arena. He has a great moveset. Cinematics were crazy. His music was crazy. I actually really liked his second phase too.
Yeah, a lot of people were kind of mad at like the snakes in the second phase, but I thought they were like not that bad, to be honest.
They're not. He has like, so the thing about his second phase for me, at least, thankfully, that was one of the fights that didn't take me that long. a lot of his like if you understand his first phase, most of his second phase is the same. You just have to
Correct.
you have to learn the one snake, like he has like two crazy snake moves. The one where like he's summoning like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
All you really have to do is kind of just like run backwards and then
Yep.
just like dodge like the last one.
And like
He
they,
does
they don't they don't have like crazy delayed attacks either. Like before they swipe at you, they like open their mouth really wide. So like, okay, there's snake's about to hit me. So like dodging him
Yeah.
is not that hard.
He's one of those bosses though. Actually, to be honest, a lot of the bosses in that DLC, it's worth it to like basically like just stand like right in front of them and just like
Yeah.
I
dodge.
think that's what I saw. Like I was like watching a few speed runs of it, and a lot of people start saying like people like dodge away from a lot of the characters a lot of the time, but in Elden Ring it's a lot easier to just dodge into a character as opposed to away from them because it kind of
Oh,
supports
and
you
that's
so much
another
more.
Well,
thing. Another thing is like jumping is actually another good way to get out
yeah.
of the way of certain attacks too. Because when you jump
Yep.
in the air, the whole bottom half of your body is like it doesn't have a hitbox. It's
Oh,
only the top
interesting.
Yep.
half of your body. So if there's like a ground attack or like a sweep, if you just jump, you'll just completely dodge it, and then you could
Yeah.
get like a jump attack in. So it's much easier, much better.
Yep. And to go on what you were saying, Poppy,
Mm.
after like playing for like a few hours, like you realize after like getting your ass beat and all the AoE attacks
Yeah.
that it's just not worth rolling backwards because
Yeah.
you're gonna
Mhm.
get you're gonna dodge the hit, but you're just gonna get hit by some bullshit.
Yeah, somebody else is randomly just gonna
So,
appear like, "What's up?" That's it. So, what
but
would
yeah,
you?
he was crazy.
What? Okay, I mean, final boss. I mean, Todd, you're still grinding away at it, I believe. But
He's a fucking bitch.
what's the
So
vibe with Radahn?
so Radahn is cool, but I don't think it's a good boss fight because it's honestly
Correct.
it's a bullshit fight. It's just like it's honestly really
Is it hard
ridiculous.
for like hard sake, kind of like type beat, or is it like
No, like
justifiably hard?
it's like it's just bullshit. Like even like the like even the people that are like insanely crazy at the game,
Yeah.
they even say like it's dumb.
Yeah, a lot of the hardcore people are just like, yeah, this fight is just unfair. It's just so dumb. He's got
Yeah,
so many attacks that like his first phase is actually fine. Like that's not that bad, honestly. It's
yeah,
the second phase where old mate comes in. It's just like, why is it like this?
yeah. So basically, Poppy, the first
Yeah.
phase, like it's whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing that's super annoying about the first phase,
Yeah.
he has like this one combo where like you basically you can't dodge it. Like you're gonna get hit by it. Like one
Mhm.
of his hits, like it's undodgeable, which is dumb.
Yeah. True.
But in his second in his second phase, he basically gets Miquella on his back,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah. Yep.
all of his attacks like basically have like this holy damage,
Okay.
and
Yep.
it's ridiculously spammed like AoE like
Like he
across like the
does
whole
similar
arena.
swipes in his first phase, but then after he swipes, like these beams of light come from the sky and hit exactly where he swiped. So if you don't roll a certain way, you like dodge the swipe from
And then
his
you're gonna get
sword,
hit with the
but then you
holy
get hit by
blade.
the holy beam. Yeah, it's like, bro, what the
What
hell
the
is
hell?
this shit?
It's
Why am I being punished for doing the right thing? It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
it's really dumb.
it's way too much going on. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Oh, and it like flashbangs you sometimes too. It's like super bright.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's ridiculous. He hits way too hard. He has too much HP.
Yep.
There's and then like just some of the like attacks like you have to be like popping like Adderall or some shit like to be dodging it.
Gonna be on your toes.
Um,
Yeah, and he's got like these weird like effects where he can summon like what are they called? Like almost like shadow clones almost in a way. Like
oh yes, they're like oh my god, I forgot the word. It's like so basically like the attacks like they're like the lead up to it. So it's like they actually don't do as much damage as like the actual hit, but they're kind of like images of like what's to happen. You do still
right,
take
yeah.
damage if you don't dodge them.
Mm.
But I basically ended up going with like so normally I run like a dex build, but I kind of changed my build to a like strength build,
Right.
and I got to the point where I understood how to parry like most of his moves, and a lot of his move set is the same in the second phase.
Mm.
So I got around the bullshit by basically just negating it by getting lucky and parrying a lot of his hits. And then since I was running a strength build, I was able to start stunning him. So that was super helpful. Still took me a long time, but yeah, I finally beat him.
Do you think it's a fitting final boss for the DLC?
I mean, I guess so. I saw like a lot of people.
Mad.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people. Unless I'm wrong about this, but I don't think I am. I saw like a lot of people not understanding like why he was there. But if I understand this correctly, I'm pretty sure that this DLC it's a prequel to
I believe so.
the Elden Ring story.
I believe so.
That's why he's there. That's why Miquella's not in fucking Radahn.
So basically, to access the DLC, you have to kill Mog, the Lord of Blood, and apparently, according to the lore people, Mog was under Miquella's like spell, which means that like her spell like basically makes people love him, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And then by killing Mog, Miquella used the dead body of Mog to put the soul of Radahn into Mog to revive him.
Yes.
That's kind of like why he's there. A lot of people thought it's like, oh, I've already fought Radahn. Why do I have to fight him again? Like it should have been someone else. But at the same time, it's like, you got like old man Whitebeard and Marineford, but now we're going back to Prime Whitebeard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. I think, yeah.
And a little fun fact, since that lore got revealed with the DLC, prior to that, everybody thought that like Mog was like a pedo for Miquella. But that got revealed, so he beat the allegations.
My guy beat the allegations. My guy's safe. Yeah, he on the fucking Diddy Drake Dr. Disrespect list, man. The Willa D list, dude. Fuck me.
He's not an OV ho.
He's not an OV ho.
But yeah,
is the I guess to wrap it up, is this like has there been any conversation of like more DLC, or is this just like will this be it for Elden Ring? What's the
Miyazaki said that this is like that this is the only thing he's dropping for the DLC.
I just want to give credit where credit's due to Miyazaki, by the way. Like I remember watching like a bit of a documentary on him. Like he's one of the only people in like Japan's history that has gone from literally like the mailroom to the CEO of a company, because it just doesn't happen in Japan. Like he started at the very, very, very bottom of, I don't know if it was in From Software, but he started at the very, very bottom and he became the CEO. And like he created this entire genre of game that has revolutionized like the whole entire market as a whole. And like every game he's made has been really good. Like,
it's insane, because I remember reading something about how like, so the first of these like Soulsborne games being Demon Souls, and I remember when it first came out, a lot of people hated it.
Yes.
And the fact that it basically like, if it was almost like a failure, but I don't remember exactly like where the turn happened and where like the popularity was kind of gained from it, but I mean, hey, like him making his way up that corporate ladder, we wouldn't have had one of these amazing games if it wasn't for that.
Elden Ring might be one of the like greatest games of all time. Like,
game of the decade right now, honestly.
Exactly. Like it potentially could be like the greatest game of all time, like period, right? Like I haven't even played it, but I've consumed so much content of it. Like I think it's like incredible. I think it's kind of a cool story to have this guy who like proposed these games. Everyone's like, nah, man, that's a shit idea. And he still somehow swung it to release it. Now they're like these cult following games. Like, even like games like Armored Core 6, like random ass, like, no one played that shit, but he still released it, and that shit was bomb as hell. Like, so I think it's kind of dope to do that.
I think the FromSoft games are like the only games that I feel like apply to this, but I feel like all of them have like their own unique aspect to it where you can make that argument for all of them. Like there's things that I like about Elden Ring that the other games that don't have, but there's things that I don't like about Elden Ring that the other games don't have. Like there's things that I like more in Bloodborne, there's things I like more in Sekiro, there's things I like more in Dark Souls.
For sure. Absolutely.
And that's something that a lot of other game series, I can't say that for, to be honest.
You don't get that like that progression of things as well. Like I think it's very nice, like in the whole Soulsborne games.
they also have like really good replayability.
Yeah,
value.
that's
like
yep.
Like honestly, unless like I just played it, like I could go back and play any of those games and
absolutely
not be like bored or anything
Yeah,
like that.
after going through Elden Ring DLC, like I was insane to Carissa because like Carissa's only played she's been playing the Elden Ring DLC as well, and she's been having a lot of fun with it. And yeah, I was saying to her like, oh yeah, it'd be cool to go back and see her like play Bloodborne and see how she'd enjoy that.
Yeah, absolutely.
To see if she even would enjoy it. But the only issue is it's not fucking like on anything.
Oh yeah, Bloodborne.
Yeah,
rest in
unless you emulate it or something, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like, you could get it on the PS5, but you know,
yeah,
I don't know.
PS5. That's the only option.
Yeah, that's kind of lame, man. Because I remember like reading something about like why don't you just bring it to PC? That'd be super cool. But apparently Sony owns the Bloodborne rights, not FromSoft. So. Apparently,
yeah, I think so.
Yes,
because I think Sony actually like paid for the game to be made or something along those lines, so they own it.
Okay, there you
go.
Cool. Elden Ring. Super positive. I think we'll chat about it again. Next
we got to get Knight's opinion.
Yeah, I want to get Knight's opinion on it for sure. So we'll go to there. Do we want to talk about Dokkan's shenanigans? I did see a bunch of discourse there about their whole.
I saw a lot of people were getting mad.
Stuff. Yeah, people were hating on the 9th anniversary or something like that. What's the vibe there, Flame?
The Dokkan stuff, it won't take too long. It's not that much.
Yeah.
So basically, oh my god, big surprise! The 9th anniversary units that we knew about for 10 months. But anyway,
what are the units? What are the units?
Well, if you don't know, so Dokkan Anniversary has two big parts. I believe there's a part 3, but nobody cares.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Part one is basically Dragon Ball Super movie Broly and Gogeta. Basically, that's part 1.
Okay.
Oh no way, Gogeta and Broly. That's so crazy,
dude. I'm shocked, dude.
Broly's a Dokkan Fest unit, so his banner's infinitely better.
Nice.
Gogeta's a Carnival banner, has probably like the worst banner in the game.
No.
They did actually.
No, hold on. So pause. Time out. What the fuck is this? We Are Dokkan fucking like. You see this shit, Todd?
Yeah, it's cringe.
No, this is crazy. This is like, who the fuck? Whoever made this should be fired. What is that? What is this?
We Are Dokkan.
What is that text though? It's just fucking Arial fucking font.
Didn't even put it on the line.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is that? Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, that's kind of shit, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
sorry, Flame. Yeah, go on.
So I guess side note, what that is basically they showed like a bunch of fan messages during that portion of the video.
We Are Dokkan.
But yeah, anyway, so 10 years into the game, or 9 years, I guess.
Yeah.
They finally added a anniversary step up.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's still
really?
pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but I mean, it's better than nothing, and it's actually like an infinite like step up, so basically it just keeps resetting.
Interesting. Okay.
If I remember, the first multis 30 gems, second multis like maybe 40. The third multi I think is 45, the fourth is free. I think the next 3 like reset that, and then the 7th multi is a guaranteed feature unit, which in Dokkan that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like in OPTC, that's nobody cares.
Another day in the office.
Yeah.
But in Dokkan, that's actually a big deal. And especially the fact since that continues, like it doesn't just stop after the 7th. So that's cool, I guess. Still sucks that, not more like streamlined or have like a regular pity system like other games. But whatever. Part 2, the anniversary, which is 2 weeks after, is Beast Gohan and LR Gammas.
Okay.
Beast Gohan's good, right?
Yeah, Beast Gohan is like the best unit in the game. Like
Jesus Christ.
that's the must pull. And of course it's the part 2, so
you have
to suffer through.
Yeah.
You have to suffer through 2 weeks.
You either gotta wait 2 weeks, you gotta pull and then hope you have enough to go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting.
So Anyway, so what the actual discourse was is they announced the global sync with
I was gonna say,
Japan
yeah,
last
that's
year.
it. Yeah, the global sync thing. What's the
And
plan for them?
so basically for like the last like 10 months, like they would like always just pop up and be like, hey, it's happening, but they would never say anything.
Yeah. Yep.
So they finally broke it down a little bit. So
Okay.
basically what's gonna happen is every year on Dokkan, the month after the anniversary in August, they have the worldwide download celebration, similar to like how One Piece Day used to be,
Yeah.
where
Yep.
we'd get the unit at the same time.
Yep.
So global Japan, they get the same celebration, same unit, same time, whatever. But they
Yep.
basically said that starting at that point, so basically starting next month, everything that releases from that point onwards will both be at the same time.
Okay.
But their big fuck up is they said that the units and content that haven't been released to that point will not be released because
Whoa.
there are adjustments that need to be made to the international
What?
version of the game.
No. Hold on. Time out. Time out. What?
So
Yes.
they're just not
There's
releasing
not
them.
releasing content
Well, they're gonna
or
release
units.
them,
Sorry.
but they're gonna
They're
release
not
them
going to
like
give them. They're not going to give them like their dedicated like release events or something like that, or they're just going to come out naturally at random times or something. I guess.
they're basically gonna come out naturally as the other stuff's coming out. So instead
Yeah.
of getting it like all together, we're still gonna be like behind for like another like 6 or 7 months.
Honestly,
And
All right.
it's and it
Treasure
sucks.
Cruise did it the best. I'm gonna say it.
They d-
They did a
they did it
fantastic
the
job.
best. And what I was gonna say is that actually does really suck because there's 2 units that came out like within like the last month on JP Dokkan that are like top 5, top 10 in the game. Like they're actually like really crazy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna suck because a lot of the content that's gonna come out, we're expected to have those units, and they're just not in the game.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
So global are going to get kind of fucked.
Yeah, global's just gonna get fucked until they get the
That is
units.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right, Pappy. Honestly, like Treasure Cruise did their sync pretty good, all things considered, and Treasure Cruise had more units to add to the
So
game.
many. So many
Yeah,
Yes,
units to add to.
that's
and
crazy.
back then at least, Treasure Cruise had like actual more content to release. Like
Hundred percent.
Dokkan just has like easy A stages and like oh my god, new SBR stage. Like whoa, crazy. Like that's it.
Damn,
Like
that's kind of a. It's kind of. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know
oh
why.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
super
odd.
ass.
That's kind of odd. Like in terms of how you'd relate. Like, what I'm so curious to understand what are these quote unquote adjustments that need to be made to balance. Like, what balancing? It's not nothing changes. Like, it's all the same shit anyway. Like,
Dokkan does not have balance.
that's what I'm saying. So, like, what do they need to adjust in the first place? Like, what's
And
that's odd. Very
the
odd. Very very odd.
the worst thing about it is the longer that they take to release those
Yep.
units while also dropping new units,
Mm-hmm.
the units just become like
Irrelevant.
less
Yeah,
valuable.
it's more and
Yeah,
more irrelevant. Like, that's very true. Yeah, 100%.
because
100%.
it'd be like why would I pull for this unit if whoever's coming out is like 8 months ahead, like way better.
Well, it's exactly right. Like, and I think that it kind of actually puts the global players at an advantage to some capacity because then at least they know, like, okay, what am I pulling
Yeah,
on?
it's
What
like
am I pulling on? And that kind of stuff.
picture it like this. Imagine global OPTC was still behind JP
Right.
and they were dropping like whatever was about to come out on global with also the new JP legend. Like, bro, nobody's pulling for the
Yeah,
global legend.
Yeah,
no one.
Imagine.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, damn. Okay. Okay, now I understand why people were heated. Because at first I was like, all right. Like, it's just nothing to worry about. But then, okay, now it's like, okay, I get it now. Damn, that's kind of shitty. That's kind of ass.
Yeah, bro, it's ass.
That's so bad. Dokkan, once again, being the worst gacha game. Hey, but it is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball makes money. That's it. That's all that matters.
Billion-dollar game. They don't give a
$1 billion
fuck.
game. Exactly
It is
right.
crazy how much money that game makes, and that game is so booty.
Let's have a look.
Like, it's literally such low effort that they have to put in to make. I mean, I guess the animations and stuff, animating that kind of thing would probably take a bit of time, no doubt.
Sure, yeah.
But I mean, there's like hardly any content, man. Like, how does it make money?
To be honest, I don't even give them that because most of the animations nowadays are literally just like ripped from the series.
True.
It's the series verbatim.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, crazy.
That's not fun for them, I suppose. I mean, more power to them, I guess. But yeah,
hey man, this is why I saved up 1,500 stones, so I don't gotta give them $1.
Amen. Amen. And then wait till part 2 for this like baller ass unit and then move on.
Yep.
Done. Fuck that.
Yep.
Damn. That's sad. That's really sad.
It doesn't matter. They're still gonna get $1 trillion.
This is gonna make. I was trying to find out the revenue, but the website wasn't loading. But I'll keep seeing it in the background here. But see how much they're making or whatever. But yeah, wow.
You know what's something that happened in the last between the last podcast and our current podcast.
Talk to me.
Something hilarious happened
in
the United States.
Oh god,
which was the presidential debate.
The presidential debate.
Oh, that was insane.
I wasn't gonna watch it, but then I saw a lot of people memeing it, so I tuned in, and bro, it was a fucking disaster.
Talk to me about it. What
I mean, look, we're not really a political podcast by any stretch.
Yeah, no, not at all. We're all dumb
and
to start off with.
I don't think we're really going to be taking any sides here, because people have different political views and ideologies. That's cool.
Yes,
what you believe, what you want to believe,
absolutely
whatever.
Right, absolutely.
We're not forcing opinions here.
Exactly.
However,
these
2 individuals that are running for president of the United States of America are fucking the dumbest pieces of shit I have ever seen in my life. What the hell is going on? You have this old dude that literally can't even put a sentence together with the dude. He's literally a baby at this point. And then you've got the other guy.
Bro, Joe Biden
evil dude.
He's 81 fucking years old. 81.
It's not a good and healthy 81.
And like Trump is 78. Why are they?
Some 81-year-olds are pretty good, but not this one.
It's so old. Like it's so old. There should be a limit. Like maximum age should be like 50. Or some bullshit like that. Like,
honestly,
81 is crazy, dude. Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah. It's such a mess, and it was just so frustrating as well because not only was just these people just couldn't put sentences together, but the topics that were presented to these individuals were pretty important topics that needed to be discussed. But it was basically just an argument like, nah, I'm better. Nah, you're a bad person. And that directly asked them, like, okay, what is your opinion on the fact that people literally cannot afford childcare?
Yeah.
And then Trump would go, oh, just a minute. I want to go back to what Biden said, where he said, that he's a better golfer than me. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's a presidential debate.
Hey, shut up, man. No one's asking any of that bullshit. Shut up.
It's a mess. Oh my god, it was so frustrating because Australian politics isn't great.
No,
I'll admit that. No, it's pretty bad. But at least it's better than what's going on here. Like. It's a mess, dude. I just wanted to bring it up because it frustrated me so much.
That's hilarious. Like the memes though, pure class. I'll tell you that much. I love being on Twitter nowadays and having like all these big world events occur because you just see the discourse on Twitter. You're like, this is the funniest.
That's hilarious. Like whenever something bad happens in the world, the first thing to do is make a meme of it, right?
You go straight to Twitter and you're like, oh, that's a bad thing that's happened. Why is that occurring right now?
Just learning the world news through memes.
It's true though. I know more about American politics than like Australian politics because all the memes that just get posted about it. It's great. Oh yeah, that's so funny, dude. That's so funny.
Oh, it's bad.
Hey man, well you're a green card holder now, I believe it is, right?
Yes, that's true. Yes, I did get my green card approved. I am now officially a permanent resident of the United States of America.
Does that mean you can vote now, or?
No, I need to be a citizen to vote.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so being a permanent resident and a citizen is 2 separate things. I can't become a citizen, I think, for another 2 or 3 years. So
Jesus.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But as a permanent resident, Carissa has been kind of pushing me to go for an American driver's license, so I can have that. Because at the moment, I have an international license, which expires every 12 months. So it means I have to get a new one every single year. At this point, I'll probably end up going for like doing the whole driving test and stuff like that, and Chris was saying, "Oh, it's so hard. You're not going to be able to pass it." Blah blah blah. Bro, and that's just fueling me. It's giving me motivation to just get on the first go. I didn't have a single issue getting my driver's license back home. Did it on the first try, no issues. So she thinks it's like the hardest thing ever. We got this. It's easy.
Easy shmoney, I reckon.
You got it, bro.
Yeah. We'll be right, mate.
Anything happening in the TCG sphere at all? The OPTCG?
OP.07. Yeah. OP.07 just dropped. I believe I might have mentioned it in the last week's podcast, but we had our booster box got delivered. Our packs were pretty bad. We got pretty bad luck this time around. We didn't really get like any crazy hits that are like, oh my god, that's like the best hit of the set or anything like that.
Yeah.
We got a couple alt art leaders, which is kind of neat. Like they're usually like some of the chase cards in the set because you know when you play your deck, having like a blinged out leader that's always on the field is always really cool to have.
Mm-hmm.
And we got alt art leader Foxy, which is no one's favorite.
Let's go.
And we also pulled alt art Vegapunk leader, which is cool, but Vegapunk is not a great deck, unfortunately.
Right.
Carissa ended up getting alt art Boa Hancock leader.
Okay.
And that was actually pretty cool. Like that's not a bad hit, and like a very popular character. It's gonna sell well. But like it's kind of like a mid-range deck. Like it's okay. It's not a top tier deck, but it's not a bad deck either.
Mm-hmm.
But after she pulled it, the store owner that we were at, he really wanted it. And he's like, "Oh, I have an alt art Bonnie leader. Do you want to trade for it?" And like Bonnie's actually a pretty decent deck, so Carissa did the trade straight away. Nice. So she got the alt art Bonnie, which is pretty sick. And so I pulled like a bunch of an alt art Foxy character, Portia, one of the Foxy characters, alt art, and then the leader Foxy. And I was just like, I'm not going to use these cards. This sucks. I went to locals on Monday to play, and someone was going through my binder, and they're like, "Oh, I want all the Foxy stuff, and you've got all these alt art stuff for Foxy." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do the trade. Let me see what you got in your binder." And he's got sitting in his binder this alt art CP0 Rob Lucci leader, which is exactly what I wanted to play. So we did the trade. I traded all my Foxy stuff and another card to get the Lucci leader. So we got the blinged out deck now. We good to go.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah, so that was pretty sick.
Have you played with the new set yet? Like any of them?
Yep. Oh, Carissa right now, she's on her way home. She went to go play locals tonight. She's actually just walking in the door now.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, she went and played locals tonight. But yeah, we've been playing a lot of the new cards. I'm playing Rob Lucci, as I said, and also playing Doflamingo, which came out in the first set. He's been an okay kind of deck, but this set brought out some new support for him, and it's actually made him really, really good.
Yep.
And Carissa's just come in the door. She got some packs tonight for playing. What did you get? You got a Super S Shanks, a Don card, and an alt art Hiyori. Okay, pretty cool.
Nice. That's it.
And so you tonight you went 3-1, right?
3-1.
Okay.
Third place.
We take that.
Stupid hand I showed you.
Damn. Pretty good. Pretty good though.
Nice.
Good effort. And Christian won. The guy you lost to won the whole thing. So that's not bad then.
Third.
Yeah. Oh, you got a gravity blade as well. That's a good pull.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Tried to give it away. Said, please, somebody take this bulk. My husband will kill me if I come home with it.
And you brought home the bulk.
And nobody wanted it.
Oh, well. I mean, it's not... Yeah, we don't need these cards, really. But you got another Brook.
I got two... Oh, no, actually, I did it.
I got 2 Brooks.
Christian pulled the Brooks after I gave him 3 Brooks, so he gave me those 2.
Oh, okay, that's nice. All right, sweet. Okay, sweetness. Good stuff.
I guess it was not terrible, huh?
Yeah, so she plays a Red Purple Law is like the most popular deck at the moment.
Yep.
And he's like terrorizing the meta in Japan. There's like a card that comes out in OP.08 and it basically makes Red Purple Law the most busted deck ever. So Red Purple Law has this ability where you minus a bunch of your Don resource to bottom deck one of your opponent's cards and you get to summon a card from your hand. So it's a really powerful effect, but it's like really devastating in terms of resources.
Yeah.
But this new Black Maria card that comes out with OP.08 basically says, "Oh, you get all your resources back." So it makes like his leader effect free, and it's the most busted shit ever.
What?
So yeah, so Carissa's got that deck. We don't have that busted card yet, but there is a ban list coming in August, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
because literally all the tournaments in Japan, you just look at the top deck list, and it's all this law.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
It's bad. So I think that law will receive a hit in some fashion. So yeah, the One Piece card game in Japan is really bad right now in terms of that meta. But the English side with this new set, and even in Japan when OP.07 dropped, it's a very diverse format where lots of decks are very powerful. So like you're playing NL, Red Purple Law's good. Even Gecko Mori from Last Set's still good. Rob Lucci.
A lot of people. I did play. Today I played a Dope.
Yep.
Played Uta.
Uta's good still. Yep.
Played Shin with Lucci.
Yep. The Black Yellow Luffy's good.
Can't remember what.
It's good to hear that like so many different kinds of decks and stuff are actually good.
Yeah, so basically you can jump in with just about any kind of deck and it's going to perform decently well, which is fun. That's always the best. Like when it's just one deck that dominates, it's just boring, mundane, you know, playing the same matches over and over again.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think that's super positive then. Flame, did you pick up any cardboard at all?
I was gonna get a box, but for some reason, like I don't know if it's maybe just the cards aren't like that crazy for the meta, but I noticed that a lot of the cards on the TCG website, at least, they're actually like you can get them for really cheap. So
a lot of them are coming out in the reprints.
Yeah, there's a reprint set coming out later this year, which has a lot of them. They're going to be reprinting like new arts and stuff, which is kind of fun.
Right. Okay.
So what I did was instead of buying like a box and just praying for the best, I just sniped some of the cards that I was gonna get for about the same price for the box.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So that's what I did.
I mean, especially if you're not a player and you only care about collecting. I mean, yeah, just get the cards you want to collect. Yeah. I mean, hey, OP.08 is going to bring out a pudding leader alt art, so...
Okay!
We sniping that.
Yes, sir!
In there like swimwear.
I think there's an alt art pudding character as well in the set.
Yes.
So yeah, OP.08 is going to be a big one.
And I guess I don't remember if we talked about it last time, but to quickly touch on the next JP sets, the second Annie set, it's going to be the 4 Emperors.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's going to be crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they showed some leaks. Huh?
Yeah, go for it. No, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say they showed some leaks of like the Blackbeard pirate cards, like Van Augur. I saw. I think they showed like another card as well, but not. They were like blurry. Yeah, they were like blurry.
Carissa was just mentioning that hey, if you ever needed any cards or cards that you want, you could ask us, and we may have cards laying around potentially. You know,
there you go.
There is that.
Start a website. Start selling them online, man. That's what you need to do.
The set that Flame's talking about, OP.09, that is the second Annie set, and Carissa and I pre-ordered a case.
Oh, nice.
12 boxes of OP.09.
Live stream?
Because last anniversary, I mean, potentially, there's a lot of boxes to open.
Yeah, for sure.
Because last anniversary, they did the OP.05 with like 3 different manga rares in the set and all that. Like it was a crazy big popular set. So we're kind of like preemptively thinking that, it's the second Annie set.
Might as well.
There should be some pretty big hits in it. Yeah. So
there's going to be some cool cards in there. There's probably going to be some meta shifting cards and stuff too. You might want to play a different deck, and that's going to allow you to like get there. So I don't see a problem in it at all.
Yeah, if it's the same levels of OP.05, like that was hugely meta defining, introducing NL. Purple Luffy and Sakazuki, which inevitably got banned. So it brought some powerful cards into the game. Yeah, which came out around the same time. Yeah, Blocker Kid was in the set. Yeah. So we're expecting some pretty fun stuff to be in there. And it's cool. It's titled around the 4 Emperors.
Yeah.
And so far they've revealed a Gear 5 leader and a Blackbeard leader. So we're expecting it. Yeah, Robin leader as well. So we're expecting a Shanks and Buggy leader to probably be in the set.
I did see Boris tweet out some crazy ass Luffy card the other day. Let me see if I can find it here. That shit looked nasty cool. It was dope.
They also showed a leader from the Odyssey game, right?
Yeah, Lim. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a weird one. I don't know why they decided to give support to that.
It's a One Piece Day card. I see. It's a One Piece Day gift for visitors if you're there. That Luffy's dope as shit. Obviously, Boris is in Japan right now, so like he might get a chance to pick it up. He also got like some cool ass like card from Monster, like that like anime, like the adaptation, which is also kind of base as fuck too.
It looks sick.
It's like this one as well. Fucking Boris is like having fun. Good on him.
He was in Japan.
Yeah, I think he's still there now. But yeah, he got like this monster card from the actual.
Oh yeah, that's
from the DVD.
The reprint of Ryuma.
Yeah, like from the DVD. It comes from like
sick.
the DVD box set or whatever it is.
The thing is, it's not a Wano card; it's a Monsters card. But it's the same effect as the other. Yeah, so there is a Ryuma that's in the game, and it's the exact same card, but it has like a different. It's not under his name where it says Monsters.
Right.
It actually has like him from Wano.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So
okay.
That's a bit of a shame that he doesn't have Wano.
That one doesn't.
It means that it's actually worse of a card. Yeah.
It's a better artwork first card because that's what Yamato.
That's a cool card though.
Yeah, it's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Yeah, that's. Well, we don't get Knight's Digimon update this week. Damn it! I always look forward to the Digimon update to hear him say, "I made the same mistake again." And him talking about some random ass like Mega Gargamon or some bullshit. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything else like majorly you want to talk about. We can kind of do a little brief in other news section if you want. So from everyone's favorite section in other news, Treasure Cruise is not much in the other news realm. But I know that Kendrick dropped one of the gnarliest music videos of all time yesterday, which was
that was crazy.
Revolting to do that on July 4th as well. it's like,
I think
baller ass move.
I think he dropped it on 4th of July because in the song he calls Drake a colonizer.
Yes, absolutely. It's that whole video is full of like very small, minute like jabs. Like I think it was like a part where like Kendrick when he does like push-ups on the cinder block, he does 17 and gets up at the 18th one as an ode to be like Drake likes them 17 and under, which is just fucked up too. But I mean, hey, more power to you. It was a good video. I enjoyed it. I think I think he's Kendrick GOAT.
I mean, did it need a video? Probably not.
Probably not. Did he fucking do it anyway, though? Absolutely. Am I there for it? Yes. 100%.
I mean, the words speak for themselves, really.
Absolutely. And then also, like, not that we probably really care about it all too much, but My Hero is ending. Like, the story's finishing in, like, 4 more I think it was, like, it was, like, 5. Now it's, like, 4 more chapters left. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Because that's been around for 10 years, and it's
wild.
It's ending now. Like it's kind of wild.
Yeah. So I think there's only 4 chapters left. Last chapter, I don't read it, but last chapter was a Todoroki epilogue.
Okay.
The chapter that's about to come out is an Ochako epilogue.
So they're like finalizing all the characters, I suppose, in that kind of sense.
The 3 next ones, I don't know what they are. They haven't been leaked yet, but yeah, it's let's see if we get another shitty shonen ending.
I was gonna say because like my question is like I don't know where the manga got up to it in the story wise, but do you think it got ended because like he was told to like hurry it up, or like did it end in the right way? Did it end that he wanted to end it? I suppose is the question. Like that.
I don't think so because that series was in like the final war arc for like forever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think so. I don't read it. The last couple of like chapters, like from the last fight I read, they were, in my opinion, they were like pretty cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was like some Naruto dimension bullshit.
Bullshit. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so
it is. I guess like it is just. It's not really sad, but it's kind of like, oh wow, like. One of the big new gen shonens is ending, and One Piece is still there. But like one of the big new gen shonens is ending, and like mind you, like I believe it's been out for like 10 years, which is like imagine the whole time that Treasure Cruise has existed. Like My Hero's been out as well, which is kind of like a crazy thing to think about when you really like break it down, right? So like I don't know. That's kind of a surreal thing for it to end, but I guess it kind of provides the play for something new.
A lot of people who are like hardcore One Piece fans think like, oh, One Piece has gone on for so long, it's crazy seeing these series end. But like, gotta remember that most series don't go for 1,000 chapters, right?
It's true. It is very true.
Yeah,
Absolutely right.
it's just it's very uncommon for a series to last that long. So
yeah,
yeah,
My Hero's like
completely normal.
it's like I think it's like 400 chapters deep. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had a good run. I mean, Naruto was what in the 600s, 700s, I think.
I think it ended 700 on the dot.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Around that. Yeah,
that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Bleach was like 680 something, I think.
Yep.
Let's see here.
So
yeah, look, like I think it's cool. I think like it's obviously it's like I wouldn't necessarily say it's upsetting. Yeah, Naruto's 72 volumes. Or 700 chapters. Yeah, exactly. So and then My Hero will be, let's have a look here. My Hero is currently at thanks my anime list. Chapters unknown. Fucking hell. Yeah. So we'll see. I think it'd be cool for it to end, and hopefully it kind of like leads into more stuff. Like I don't know. What are your thoughts on the? I don't give a shit about Demon Slayer, but I saw that the new season ended in some like dope ass way.
We haven't even seen a single episode yet.
Okay, never mind. I'm not talking about that then. But it ended, and it's all I'm gonna say is that I mean it's been anime news anyway, but like supposedly the ending of Demon Slayer is being split into 3 movies, which is fucked up.
I mean, if you want, I could slightly comment on it because I read the series. So
I mean, Todd and Chris haven't watched it yet, so we don't want to hit spoilers. But
so
like,
I have read pretty far into the series.
3 movies? Why? What 3?
I'll give you the non-spoiler version.
Give me the non-spoiler version.
So for Todd, at least, basically the arc you're about to watch, it's like a little training arc, and then at the end, it's basically the beginning of the last arc. That's how it ends.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
The actual ending of the series, like from where the anime ends to the end, it's actually a pretty long, like it's like 70 plus chapters.
Fuck.
So I think they're gonna split it up. Like basically, I think there's like 6 fights. I think
so. 2 fights a movie.
I think so.
That's weird, though.
Dude, you know how ass that's gonna be? Like, bro, you're gonna watch 2 fights and you're like, all right, gotta wait
another 9 months for the next movie.
Well, I mean, they made a whole movie out of the Mugen Train, and that was a very short arc. So,
but like 3 movies.
Dude,
yeah, that's some Attack on Titan bullshit.
You wanna know what's gonna be crazy for the anime only?
Here we go.
Getting up to the last movie, it dropping in Japan and having to dodge spoilers for a few months of the ending of the
series. Dude, that's people are fucked. You gotta stay offline for like 2 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so. Would there even be a possibility of a simultaneous release though? I suppose is the question. I guess.
I mean, potentially, but I don't think they've ever done that.
Because they've done it like with manga in recent times. Simult like sub and like manga has become a very, very normalized thing now, which is kind of cool. But I mean, that's manga though. This is straight up anime.
Yeah.
Like so.
I would say no, just because even with like the regular anime episodes, like they always air in Japan first.
Yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. Damn, yeah, so, I don't know, man. 3 movies, just like I don't even fuck with Demon Slayer like that much. But like,
bro, that's just gonna be over in like 2026, 2027.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
like if it's 7, like surely like you just do it like 2 24-ep anime seasons, like do some cool shit like that. But like 3 movies, come on, dog.
I mean, either way they do it, it's gonna make bank. So,
oh yeah. But I still remember like years ago, people told me that the ending of Demon Slayer was bad.
I've heard that multiple times. Like Jacob, he says he read it and he's like, "Bro, this is like the dumbest shit ever."
So I'm excited to see like if they end up doing some anime only bullshit to like make people happy. So
they're gonna attack on Titan.
They're gonna attack on Titan and the bird and the tree and the bush. Like, no.
God.
Yeah, that's like I just want to make that comment because it was just very funny to see that get announced. It's 3 films. Like fucking hell, dude. That's it though in terms of in other news. I guess then from there we'll go into the shout outs. Well, hey.
Hey.
You know, if you've enjoyed today's video, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out a great deal. Todd, what are they commenting today?
They are commenting
Kaiju down below in the comment section made it this far. And if you're also there, you can hit the join button. Helps us out a great deal financially. Plenty of different tiers that you can help us out there. I just want to give a massive shout out to our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski, our perfect member of Bryan, Kisa, McDermott, our great member of MyDrunkenMoneky, and our good members of Ryoiin, Stump D, Gacha, Red Halo, Dr. E Recshin, Wankafella, Mike Schallo, Derry Jackson, and Kiri Karasu. Thank you guys for the continued support. We greatly appreciate that. And from everyone's favorite section into the shoutouts, into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A.
Q&A.
Awesome. If you have any questions, make sure you send them through to us via our Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from at For You Matthew, and he asks, well, I'm trying to find it. 2 OPTC questions. Question 1, do you guys think co-op will be crashing this month? Yes.
Yeah,
and then
they haven't updated it.
Thoughts on Pirate Rumble flags being dropped on co-op? Makes no sense to me because you don't need them. That's actually a great point. We didn't bring that up, but they are putting Rainbow Rumble scrolls available on co-op, and they will be part of the CMMs, which are also time gated by a week. So be privy of that too.
I guess it's just a way for people to get more Rumble scrolls.
I think so too.
I know that most in-game players aren't really hassling about getting Rumble scrolls, but maybe new players, I guess.
I think I still think it lines up with my tinfoil hat theory of Rumble getting an update. Like having Rumble scrolls available in co-op and then also having them changing prices and limiting them in Kizuna kind of makes me believe that there's something in the horizon for Rumble abilities. Maybe they will do like a limit break style Rumble ability bullshit. I don't know.
You know what's funny about Co-op Quest is I didn't even get that mission done last month about the beating the quest with a 10 million bounty.
Oh yeah, fuck that. No, I don't blame you at all.
You just can't get them.
It's so shit. You have to either get really lucky with like getting a random player and having them be below 10 mil, or you just have to I think I spent 2 or 3 hours on that on those CMMs when it first dropped. So it was it was dumb. I don't blame you though. But yes, co-op will still crash. Rumble scrolls is just probably another way for them to give players Rumble scrolls, but also potentially there might be a Rumble update. That's my tinfoil hat theory. Next question from at Mr. Steelpan, and they ask for the other topics. What are some other phone games you'll play? Flame, take us away. What are you playing right now? Are you even playing phone games right now?
I guess I play them on my PC.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, as we all do now at this point. What are you playing?
My main game I play. My main game I play is Rail, Honkai Star Rail.
HSR, little Firefly. You pull Firefly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Love that.
MiHoYo just dropped their new game.
Dude, isn't that shit like 30 gigs? Isn't that shit like 30 gigs or some bullshit?
They're all like 100 gigs.
That's fucked up. It's a phone game. Why the fuck is that much?
The abbreviation for it is ZZZ.
Yeah, no, ZZZ. Me, fucking head
yeah.
Game.
I tried it. I don't know. I don't care for it, to be honest, but
dope.
I didn't even like the graphics of it, to be honest.
That's
right. The only thing I liked about it was I liked the character animation screen and the character inventory screen, where you could look at all your characters.
That's fucked.
My man said I like the inventory screen.
That's a bad game. No offense.
And that's a positive. Yikes.
Hold on, wait. Bleach just released a trailer for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. What the fuck is that?
Oh, new console game.
Yeah.
Is it a console game? Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Looks pretty sick, actually.
Post that. Let me see that.
I'll post it in the podcast.
But to answer really quickly, I played that Dokkan, and I play another game called Alchemy Stars.
Oh, you're still on the Alchemy Stars strain. That's good.
Yeah, they're just having their 3rd anniversary.
Damn,
yesterday.
3 years. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, it's actually pretty good. Pretty good.
Wild, absolutely wild. Todd, are you playing anything other than TC? Are you still playing the solo leveling?
I have not logged in like 2 weeks.
Damn.
It's about that time. I think it's hitting that wall where I'm like, yeah, I'm not logging in anymore.
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah, like that honeymoon period's kind of dissipated, where like they get you on that like subscription service for the first 2 weeks you play, and then it's like, oh, you can continue all these really convenient things if you pay for it. And it's like, yeah, bro, I gotta pay for a wedding. I ain't paying for this shit.
I'm paying for this shit. Fuck off.
And then I also have Wuthering Waves, but I also haven't logged into Wuthering Waves in about a week.
Okay.
Just been busy doing other shit. But yeah, Wuthering Waves is a really good game. And I feel like Wuthering Waves coming out before ZZZ actually kind of hurt the game a lot, to be honest.
How
Wuthering Waves is actually a really good game.
How big is MiHoYo though as a company?
Massive,
to be releasing like, was it Genshin, ZZZ, HSR? It's like, and there's so many other ones too. Honkai, and there's even like smaller ones as well. Like there's a bunch of smaller ones too.
They also have like a visual. I think it's like a VN game where like it's for like the girls, or like where you date like the guys. So they have a game like that too.
Where's the one where you date the girls? You know what I'm saying, brother?
I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe next time.
MiHoYo just want to be in like every pot possible. They're just like they're trying to be in everything.
And, like, good on them. Like I mean, like they're making
gacha games,
trillions of dollars. So I mean, more power to them. But
they are not short on cash.
But like, damn, bro, all these games look the exact same. They're all the same shit.
Yeah,
HSR and Genshin are the same game. Shit. It's the same game.
Yeah,
you can't convince me otherwise. It's different combat.
I mean,
combat, but it's the same game.
Like the aesthetics are very similar.
It's the exact same story bullshit. Like, I don't know. I mean, people love it. People like you watch streams are crazy. People getting hella views. Like, I mean, more good on them, I suppose. Like, damn, kind of wild. Cool. I'm not playing shit. I don't care. Treasure Cruise takes up enough time as it is, let alone putting in my. I would like to play something else, but it's also like it's what you said, right? Where it's you start a game like, oh, honeymoon period. Oh, this is fun. Oh, 2 weeks later. You know, I don't want to do that. Like, you know, I don't want to keep getting into it. So, I did say, like, I remember you tweeted about it. Like, there was like the fighters got like a different naming convention or something, like a One Piece fight or whatever it's called. No, a One Piece fighting part. That's it. Got like a different name for it, and it might get a global release or some shit. I doubt it, but I mean, if it does, I mean, that would be fun as fuck. But we'll see.
I know that there's that side-scrolling like One Piece fighter game coming out. That is going to be a global release. I know that for sure.
Okay.
I just don't know when, but yeah, it's like a side-scrolling like arcade fighter kind of thing.
Cool. There you go.
I don't know how it works though, but yeah.
Next question from @obsidian_seed_. Thoughts on Shadow of the Erdtree. On my third character in this DLC, and this DLC was so perfect from the bosses to the OSTs to the lore. Peak DLC. The final boss beats Ishin in terms of difficulty for me, but my god, did they snap with the OST and fighting style? What do you we had a massive chat about it anyway, but like, what are your thoughts on like OST and stuff in the game in the DLC?
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
The music's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember if I like the Mesmer OST better, but I really like the for While I'm Alive, the Radon second phase OST for like 5 seconds before I get
before you get blasted.
Okay. I was saying one of the DLC bosses that has amazing music is actually the Dancing Lion. That has really good music too.
Yeah. There we go.
It's got like a Chinese kind of jingle in the back. It's really cool.
Perfect. All right, next question from Sparta 30. What do you think about Bandai's decision making the game worse? The game even worse lately? I don't think it's.
What do you mean
worse.
Lately?
Yeah, it's great. Also, a great point.
That's all their decision making at this point.
I also don't think Bandai's decision making has changed much in the last like.
Yeah, it's probably not Bandai's fault. Let's be real.
It's like 6 years. Like, and we know for a fact that like the production the community management has a differing opinion to the production company, who has a differing opinion to the development company, who has a differing opinion to the executives. So like, and that's just Japanese business 101 right there. Everyone has a differing opinion, but the higher up makes the final call, no matter what is decided for the most part. So I would be blaming the executive team or the licensing team for One Piece itself. That'd be my guess. But yeah, I mean, same shit, different smell. You don't like
Why
it?
can't
Don't
we
play.
get an actual good One Piece gacha?
I'm waiting for it, mate. We should, we should
doesn't
all just
exist.
be playing Bounty Rush. That's it. Next question from Alexander Wisniewski. He asks, if you found out your what the fuck? If you found out that your significant other has an OnlyFans account and you don't know about it, what would you do? I would break
How much
up.
I'm making?
Oh man.
I would break up with them. That's my problem.
That would be pretty wild, honestly.
I'd be like, not necessarily for the OF thing, even though I don't really like that at all myself personally, but the fact that you wouldn't trust me enough as a person to tell me that portion of your life is a bit concerning. So I'd be like, no, thank you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that.
I'm like, no, thank you.
That is kind of wild.
That's a big trust issue right there. Like that's a big thing you should be telling me about.
Imagine getting into something like that and then just finding out like way after the fact. It's like whoa.
2 years later or some shit. Like okay. What are we doing here?
Gotta send me some of them earnings.
Hey yo,
we doing that now.
get the fucking contract. Sign the contract. Next question from Brandon Tingoki. Oh, sorry, no, I skipped Duopia Ash. Next question from Duopia Ash. And she asks, are you Captain Poppy because you play One Piece Treasure Cruise, or are you One Piece Treasure Cruise? Or are you One Piece Treasure Cruise because you are Captain Poppy? I'm Captain Poppy because I play One Piece Treasure Cruise. If I didn't play OPTC, I would be offline. You would never see me again. I would be nowhere to be seen. Treasure Cruise, as much as I fucking hate it, is the lifeblood of everything that I do for the most part. So, there you go for that one there. Next question from Brandon Tingoki. She asks, can you quit OPTC and join the Dokkan Doppelgangers? Well, look, Brandon, to be honest with you, after everything Flame told me about Dokkan, I feel like it's worse over there. So I'm happy here right now, to say the least.
We're set on fire right now. And
also, like, I don't really fuck with Dragon Ball that much either. So, like, at least One Piece, like, I love One Piece to death. So at least, like, even if the game shit, I'm like, Otter's the GOAT. Otter's the GOAT. You still keep going. Next question from Derry Jackson 81, and he asks 2 questions. What's the best and worst legend animation, and who's a character that doesn't have a legend you would like to see have one? Thanks for all you do. Best and worst.
Ooh. Best and worst? Ooh, I don't know about worst. There's a lot of pretty shit ones, to be honest.
Well, we're not going to count, like, the super old ones, right?
Probably not. But, like, I think there was a lot of legends where it's just been, like, a slideshow, like, bullshit. Where it's just been bad. Like, really bad. But, I mean, the best, like, honestly, like, low-key, I still think V3 Zoro, like, Zorojuro, Dex Zoro, is one of the most goated animations still.
Oh, that one goes hard.
Yeah, like that one was like really one of the first times we got like that anime level quality like animation. It was for an end of month batch as well, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. And Missouri goes pretty hard too.
Any of like the recent like any of the recent like Super Suga Fest units have all just had really, really good. I mean, like any like Shanks, Ace.
What would you?
Roger and stuff. What would you say? Fantastic.
What would you say is the best and worst animations of this year?
Ooh, I know one for sure that had great animations. I really liked Cross Guilds.
Yep, I agree. Yeah,
that one was so fun, and like even the rushed animation was great too.
They're like their attack animation where he throws Buggy's head or something.
Throws Buggy's head. Yeah, it's so good.
I think in terms of worst, like. Any of those random ass like offshoot characters, like pretty much any of the end of month banner legends are all just bad animations for the most part.
I think Lilith's animations were pretty shit, to be honest. I didn't like that ones that much.
I think Bonnie's one was also S Snake. That's the worst one.
Oh, S Snake was the worst one.
I think I might have uploaded a YouTube short on it. So let me try to find it real quick. But
she just looks weird.
It is also the animation just fuck all. Like let me see if I can find it for Flame.
She like jumps in the air, then turns a couple people
of dongs to stone, and it's like okay, bye. Like that's it. Like it was kind of bad. That's the bad one.
A lot of those like special time characters are really weird, where they're just like, they show a scenery, they show the character's face, they smile, and that's the whole special animation.
Don't like half of
those ones are bad.
Honestly, what the worst animations are, to be honest with you, are the ones where it just does like the like the Super Tandem animations and shit, where it's just like No, there's no animation. The final tap's no animation. Or it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What for, dude? Why? Yeah, that S-Snag one might be the worst one this year, I would say.
Yeah, that's a yikes.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all. And the next part of the question was a legend you'd want to see that hasn't had one yet.
Dragon.
Yeah, I think at this point, Dragon... Dude, I forgot that Kazuna Toby Roper came out this year. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that unit
might actually have the worst animation of the year.
That's one of the most forgettable legends
That's the worst legend of the year, man. Sorry, derailed. I agree, Dragon at this point would be kind of cool. And, like, the thing is, like, we could get one. Especially, like, with what's going on. Like, because, like, I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, we've gotten a bunch of Shanks legends before Shanks did anything anyway. Yeah. So, like, and also, like, we got a bunch of Roger legends before. Not a bunch, like, we got Roger legends before we knew much about him as well. So I'm not going to say that it's not possible, but at the same time, probably doubtful. I mean, in terms of characters that haven't got anything, though.
A lot of characters have them now.
Yeah, it's true, actually. Like, in the past, it was a lot easier to kind of point out, be like, oh, these characters don't have anything. But I think now they've released so many damn legends, like,
what are we going to say? Fucking Pika? Like,
dude, I'm down. Run it back. No, absolutely not. Please. No.
Oh, what about Jozu? Can't forget about him, man.
Oh, Legend Jozu, TM Legend. Dude, TM Legend Jozu would work now with the item duping as well, too.
Hell
so, like,
yeah.
Now I'm in. All right, I'm back on the TM Legend Jozu train. Now it's Legend Suru with the gums out. It has to be, too.
Ooh,
now we're cooking. Honestly, like, I don't know if Chris is in the background, but anything God Valley related... Any of those characters in God Valley that don't have anything, I mean, there's a lot of characters there. Not a lot, but there's quite a few characters there in God Valley that it would be kind of cool. I think in general, though, Treasure Cruise Legends coming up in the next, like, 12 months is going to be insane.
I wouldn't be shocked if we got, like, flashback Kuma as a legend.
I'm so down for, like, a young Kuma, like a child Kuma, or, like, when he becomes a dad or something like that, you know, like, where he's, like, hella young, you know, so I'm super down for characters like that, too, so... I mean, a good Kuma legend would be a dub to begin with as well.
Facts.
To be honest with you, so yeah.
About to get Pirate Rumble Kid Kuma.
No, shut up. No, they're gonna no. They're gonna do S Bear. S Bear is gonna be the.
Yeah, he hasn't got one yet.
He hasn't got one yet. You know, so hopefully. Yeah. All right. Next question from James 2108. They ask. Do you think characters that are shown in the SBSs would get character designs, and if so, who would you like to see? One of the most recent ones, they showed the design of a Warlord Ace defeated. I guess the last part there was more so a statement, but got your fam. I think it'd be dope as hell to get SBS related information in characters.
I think we almost kind of did get that kind of thing, because people. We got, like, Ace's crew, the Spade Pirates, as characters in the game, and they were not really shown in the series. So
absolutely.
So I'd say that there's all possibilities that stuff like that could happen. I mean, we got, like, female lore, which was technically in the anime, but that was first also shown in an SBS before.
SBS, yeah, true, very, very true.
I think there's all possibility that could happen.
Like,
that was a cool SBS, by the way.
It was actually, though. That was sick. That was such a cool, like, weird...
Just giving us that random information.
Otter does some weird shit, man. Sometimes he just pulls out this, like, gangster-ass story. Sometimes he's like, hey, man, I like drawing Nami's titties. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, okay, weird
Like,
ass.
we also got the info that, like, Fujitora's sword is, like, one of the 12 highest grade swords.
Exactly. What the fuck? Why are you telling us there? Like...
info dropping out of nowhere.
Why are you telling us, I think, what is it now? We have like 5 or 6 of them in total now, or something like that. Like
something like that, yeah.
I did see the memes. I think it was Arta posted. He's like, Tashigi's goal is the hardest in One Piece, trying to collect all of the legendary the legendary songs. Like, okay, head ass. Like, you gotta take out Whitebeard, you gotta take out Roger, you gotta find him, you gotta like
Mihawk.
You gotta go Mihawk, you gotta go Fujitora. Like, what the hell? You gotta go Gorosei, like, what are we doing here, man? Like, you're not doing that.
And then she might outlive them.
That's crazy. You never know, though. You never know. Maybe she pulls up at some point and she's some baller ass character. Who knows, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's especially because, like, we got a bunch of like, not that these are SBS characters, but a bunch of the what's that company called? The Band Presto. figurines as characters, like the Detective Ace and Sabo, and then like the I guess the Egyptian Koala and Sabo, and like a bunch of those limited rare recruits. So I think like it all just depends on like
Crocodile, Mihawk, and Hancock.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, so I think it all depends on like timing and like if they have the creative freedom, I suppose, to release those characters too. Yeah. All right. Second last question from Cheesecakes for Breakfast. Ayo, what's up, broskies? 10th Annie banners are finally gone, which means I don't have to grind story mode anymore, which is Pog. No, you don't. You do. Make sure you get those gems. It's a pain in the ass that OPT's 10th Annie and Fate Go 7th Annie are only a month apart because having to grind currency for both games sucks. Here's an idea: stop playing Fate. Crazy idea. Stop playing FGO.
Oh, actually, that just reminded me. When I went to locals on Monday, Carissa mentioned something about like the fact that I had a YouTube channel or whatever, and
yeah, right.
Like a couple of the dudes were like, "Oh, like that's cool. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel and stuff like that." And I was like, telling them about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I play Fate and all that." And it's like, "Oh, you should play Fate. It's so cool." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, bro."
I'm not playing that shit, man.
We got into talking about, I can't remember, but Atsu got brought up for some reason. I'm like, God, "Oh yeah, Atsu, yeah, I've met him before, yeah." And then the guy's like, "Oh, are you talking about like the Genshin guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm talking about him." It's like, "Yeah, man, he's been through some drama recently." I'm like, "Yeah, I know about it and all that." He's like, "Yeah, he used to play before Genshin. He played the same game that I cover and stuff like that." And he's like, "Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool." He's like, "Do you know Tectone?" I'm like, "Bro, no, I haven't talked to Tectone. I'm good."
I don't want to talk to that guy. Hell no, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Speaking of Fate, I just have to say, bro, I still cannot believe that the EN version of Fate is 2 years behind. So
2 years?
I still can't believe it. Yes, bro.
Oh my god,
that's
they're
ridiculous.
2 years of content behind. They always will be.
So much time,
bro. You could literally plan out who you want to pull for the whole year.
For the whole 2 years.
Yeah.
Bro, you go.
Yeah,
that's great. 2 years is too much, dude.
Yeah, JPFGO is about to hit 9th Annie, and in his message he said 7th Annie.
What the hell?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
I can't do that. Can't do it.
No. But then I'd also not want to play the JP version either. So like, damn, what the hell? That's even more reason to stop playing.
That just shows that the devs really just don't care, because they're just like, yeah, they don't mind.
Yeah, you thought Dokkan was LOL money? Yeah, that's Fate.
So
they don't give a fuck.
JP Fate made 11 million in June. Chinese Fate made 2 million in June. Global Fate made 2.8 million in June.
Well, Fate's about to have big months because it's about to be their Annie.
I was gonna say anniversary's coming out too, so they're gonna make some crazy money coming up.
And after that, they have their summer units. So
that makes more money than the anniversary.
Yeah, swimsuits.
That's it. Oh god. Yeah, just stop playing Fate. That's my answer to that. Last question from Wankafella. He asked, "Hey fellas, not sure if you guys saw the casting of some of the Baroque work characters, but they all seem to match. They all seem to match the characters pretty well and be relatively unknown actors. Since Netflix seems to be spending the budget on the set rather than actors, we all might have a chance to get cast." Okay. If you were to audition for a role, which role would you want? And which role would you want, and which role would they actually cast you for? I think I would be casted for Blackbeard. That's me.
I'll be casted as Bluno.
Yes, dude, that's sick.
Yes, sir.
Now you're Kuma.
Alright, I'll take it.
I think you get the Kuma build. I think you go Kuma. I think I'm Blackbeard. I'm 100% Blackbeard. Flame could be like Flame would be like some fucking bullshit, I reckon. He's gonna be like Gaimon or some shit, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Pudding's gonna he's gonna be the Pudding's little jelly guy.
Yes, dude, that's him.
Whatever his name is, whatever the fuck, or the rug.
Nitro.
Nitro, yeah.
Nitro, that's you, mate.
Let's go.
Now, Flame, what would you be? Who would you be?
Shit, I don't know, man. I gotta take Nitro now. I guess.
No, you don't. You have to take, bro. Hey, that's peer pressure, man. Don't fall for peer pressure, man.
What about like someone from Skypiea, maybe?
Yeah, true. You'd be You'd be Nolan.
Does it have to be like where it's around right now?
Nah, you'd be wherever you want.
Not necessarily.
I'm Blackbeard, man. We ain't have Blackbeard yet.
I'll take Rebel Snooze on.
Excuse me?
Snooze on, that's my boy. I'll be riding the bike on the ocean.
I'm so down. Firstly, pull up with the whip. Oh, Robin, time to kill you. On the OPTC side of things, I got nothing. I'm over the memories of Straw Hats and just waiting for the Luffy and Zoro Kaku dual units. Low key, they might do that. Like, I think that'd be kind of gas as like as a celebration or a banner.
An animation for those scenes, by the way, they popped off.
Bro, the Vincent is the best of all time, bar none.
Yeah, it used to be who was Naotoshi Shida.
Yeah,
he was like the Toei goat, and now it's just Vincent.
He's the levels. Like, and I also it was really cool, because Vincent like did a thread of like the whole breakdown of the whole scene that he did as well, and like the decisions that went into it and what like the information he was told to, like what he was, the creative freedom he had. So it was really cool reading that alongside the scene itself, because like it gave you that perspective and like, oh, why did he do this? Why did he do that? Like that guy's nuts. That guy is crazy, which is like...
It does make me a little like sad in ways that like the animation for One Piece is so good now that like some of the previous arcs just had like the worst animation. When you go back to like Dressrosa or like Whole Cake Island. Absolutely. Like the animation was much worse.
Did you see the news about the One Piece like anime? Like
the remake?
Yeah, the remake. Yeah. What is it? Studio Wit that's doing that?
Yeah, the Attack on Titan people.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be goated then. But like, they mentioned like, oh, they're gonna like they're speeding up. Like, it's gonna be a very fast kind of recover of all of like the One Piece stuff. So it's
as long as they don't miss the key beats, you know.
Yeah, exactly right. I think they said like it's gonna be 3 to 4 times faster or something like that, which would be kind of interesting.
I'm curious what they mean by that, because the like the very beginning of One Piece, like East Blue One Piece, it's not badly paced at all. Like it's actually pretty good. So, I mean, I don't know.
It's not like One Piece had like a ton of filler either. Filler episodes, like filler dedicated stuff. Like they pad out episodes, but there's not a lot of dedicated filler episodes, which is good. So.
Look, they've definitely.
I do agree that there are aspects that you could definitely shorten and cut out certain stuff that just doesn't need to be there.
There's only things like Skypiea could be shortened a lot. Things like Dressrosa could be massively shortened. Like, I think there are a lot of arcs where like it just went on for way too long. So I think that they have a lot of freedom to kind of do things with. But like, what was it here? They're saying, however, the subsequent Skypiea arc, which eventually impacted its pacing since it translated 85 chapters of content into 71 episodes, or 52 episodes excluding filler. This trend continued in Water 7, which was 139 chapters, which was covered in 110 episodes. That's crazy. Water 7 was 140 chapters and it was 110 episodes in the anime. That's too much.
That's why in the anime that one felt better, because they're trying to like they do like almost like a full chapter an episode. It's like
pretty much, yeah.
I think it's like 0.75 or maybe a little bit more of a chapter per episode, so which is like, it feels really slow, but that's why some of the older arcs feel better, because they're faster paced.
To put it in like a different tone, I guess, the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War anime.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Some of the newer episodes, they were doing like 7 chapters in one episode.
I'm not against that though.
Wild.
I'm not against that though, so long as they don't miss the important. Like,
true.
I get it's weird because like now you have like all these different mechanisms to get into One Piece, but they all just lead into just watching the regular anime series. Like, even like watching the live action is like a gateway to watching the anime, and then like,
I mean, it's
I just feel like they don't fuck it up.
I feel like with a lot of the fights in One Piece, they could probably do that. Like, the fight shouldn't be like 9-10 episodes.
Dude, the Katakuri and Luffy fight, like all they have to do with that fight is just show like the final, like where Katakuri stabs himself and then Luffy goes Snake Man. That's it. That's the whole fight sorted. You know, that done.
I mean, you think about like Chainsaw Man and like JJK, like they're adapting shitloads of chapters per episode in their small seasons that they get.
Dude,
so
I'll be honest with you, recently Chainsaw manga makes no sense. That shit makes no fucking sense at all.
It's been wild. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know what's the story now. I have no idea what's going on.
I gotta catch up. I'm like 10 chapters.
No, behind, like don't even bother. Just skip. Like it doesn't make it. There's nothing. There's nothing to read. It's just weird. It's weird shit. But also, on that too, JJK manga. Fuck me, he's killing it. He's doing a really good job there. JJK is crazy right now. So I'm, very good.
Bing bong.
Yeah. I mean, to go back to the question, Luffy, Lucci, Zoro, Kaku units, I'm down. I'm down for Legends, 100%. That'd be sick. That'd be super duper cool as well. And Todd's favorite dual units. So, we get more of that too. Well, that's it though. That was the last question. As per usual, if you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment Kaiju if you've made it to the very end of the episode. We do greatly appreciate it. And also hit the join button if you want to support us financially. Whilst you're also down there, you can hit our Linktree link. That is linktr.ee/Great Perfect. All of our socials. You can find us on Twitter at GGP Podcast, or you can find us on anchor.fm/Great Perfect for the audio version of the show as well, which is on all the major streaming platforms, say the least, as well. Whilst you're also down there, you can go follow, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff on all of our socials. We would greatly appreciate the continued support there too. But with that being said, I've been Captain Poppy, Flame, and Todd. Thank you guys. This is to another episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.